What it do, everybody? I gotta change that shit from blue, but what it do, everybody? Welcome back.
How do I
We are
change that?
here. We are finally here. It is episode 100. It's black, sir.
I can't find it. I can't. My fucking shit's freaking out. Here we go.
It's your boy Knight.
What's up, everybody?
Great start.
I know Logan here. We're prepared in this bitch.
Always, nothing changed.
Episode 100, man.
Episode 100.
This is fun. This is awesome. Very excited. We're gonna have some fun with because of course there's not shit to really talk about.
There's not.
But it actually kind of works out because we got a little, our 100 lands on the end of the year, and it also lands right after the ending of Phase 4 of Marvel. So why not do some lists, some rankings, talk about some overall things, and have a fun 100th episode.
Absolutely. Didn't want to. Well, obviously, like you said, the world didn't really provide us with anything to really go off of, and we've been wanting to kind of do this for a while. And what better time just to literally just have a shoot the shit fucking 100 episode, have fun, talk with y'all, go over some best of that's for the year and of Marvel Phase 4. So it should be interesting just to kind of compare our lists, see what we got. If you guys in the chat watching here live also want to give your 10 or give input, that's what we're here for. But yeah, man, I'm excited. It's been a long journey. Can't wait to keep the mofo going. So yeah, let's get into it.
I'm ready. I'm excited.
So we'd like to appreciate. Does that even make sense? It didn't. But we appreciate those of you watching live, and even if you're watching on playback, we appreciate you so much. Thank you for taking this ride and journey with us this whole entire time. We are small, nothing crazy, but we hope the future will bring us a lot more with changes and just ideas that I have, and this guy right here definitely have to talk about. So that will be soon. Fill you guys in once we had a little powwow. But we thank you guys so much for joining, subscribing, watching, shooting the shit, just being stupid with us. It's awesome. If you're new here and you happen to just be, stumble across this video, please join us into the new year. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell to be reminded when the new season starts. And yeah, man, we go from episodes from there. So appreciate you. Thank you so much. Stick around. So
love it.
All right, let's get this motherfucker on the road. I don't think we need it out there in the world. I don't have anything unless you got some shit.
I have one thing we don't even have to do out there in the world for it.
Yes,
but
okay.
I saw Babylon. And the movie, I hate it so much. I can't believe it's a thing. It's very well made. Just like it's absolutely. I can't believe. Like, I think it's exactly what Chazelle wanted to make. It's just not. It's not a good movie. Like, it's just like a bunch of shit happening.
I heard it's just insanely wild, and the last 20 minutes or so is like fucking insane.
Really, the whole
a lot of things.
Shit. The first 10 minutes are easily the weirdest shit I've seen all year. You get piss, shit, and throw up in the first 10 minutes, and all of it is really stupid and completely not for the story or anything. It's just terrible.
It's there.
Okay. But yeah, I'm interested for people to see it because I've already seen somebody today tweet about it, and they were like, "This is easily my favorite movie of the year."
Hold on.
Best picture, blah blah blah.
Sorry, Kenya. I got the what hat on.
What is he talking about?
The what hat on?
Mastodon.
Dear God.
That is
Kenya, just never change, I guess. Just never change. Sorry to cut you off.
Really, that's all I had to say, because that was the only thing that's like happened to me over the past. A mastodon is a fucking elephant.
It is.
I'm
Yes,
looking
it
at the
is.
logo. I
And
was like,
it's
maybe
not
they
at
just
all.
had a weird logo for it. No.
Nope. The horns are
Uh,
fucking huge. You can't mistake it.
Yeah,
It's clear as day.
but
You got the wrong
yeah.
black idea, my friend.
that's right.
Wrong black.
But hey, I like that hat, man. I think it's a beautiful hat.
Oh, appreciate it. Thank you so much. I thought you might like it.
I also have one. I got two of them, but
hey, should be wearing that motherfucker, man.
I don't
Just
rep that
matching
movie,
up.
but you can.
It's not the movie. It's
I know
him.
that's the thing. That's why I wanted you to have that, because it's a damn cool hat to have. It looks
For
good.
those of you who don't know, the main man here sent this to me, so this was a gift from him. So I appreciate it, man. It looks and feels damn good. So I'm all right.
Well, perfect. Let's see what Kenya had to say here to your.
Oh God.
I know it's Black Panther. Learn roasting, bitch.
Listen, I can't. With your ass, I can never be sure.
That's right.
Some shit you say, it deserves it.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. So we got a lot of shit to get into. We got some
Yes, we
lists to go on, and I'm sure this big country ass motherfucker gonna have a lot to say
That's right.
with some stuff that we go on. Even if so, please share yours as well. Devin, like I said, everybody in the chat.
Devin
please.
Walker. Who else is here? Brooklyn. Gilly, which Gilly
Brooklyn.
won the Top Gun Steelbook from me.
Oh, congrats, Gilly.
If you see that in the chat. So what's up, my guy? Hopefully you're loving that. But yeah, I want everybody's list. Like, and you can wait till like after we say ours or whatever you want to do. But
Yeah.
we're doing 2022 and all of Phase 4. So I'm excited. So y'all get your list ready.
Yes, absolutely. All right. So, as the man said, which one do we want to start off with?
I know that's the tough one. What do you think?
I mean, either one can require like a good ass lengthy discussion on.
That's what I'm expecting an hour each.
Yeah.
Like on these fucking lists. So
yeah. So you know what? I ain't got a coin on me, so that's not cool. Actually, you know what? We're gonna do ghetto. We're gonna do ghetto flip.
oh no.
So I
what do
got
you
this here,
have?
Dentine Ice. I'm gonna flip. So I'm gonna flip the motherfucker, and if it lands on Dentine, we're going 22. If it goes in the back of the shit, we're doing Marvel.
All right. I dig it.
All right, here we go. Let's see.
Okay.
Marvel.
Starting with Marvel first. All right.
Yeah.
Got you, man.
All right. So,
Oh, Gilly, you watched it during you watched Top Gun during Christmas, man. That's awesome.
hey,
Fucking awesome, my guy. It's a damn good looking steelbook too.
Yes, it is. So this year, wait, we said Marvel, right?
We're doing Marvel. We're
Marvel.
doing, yeah.
So well, that's still the same intro. This year, and even last, gave us, the lovely introduction to Phase 4 and Marvel, giving us just an array of shows, movies, shorts, specials, bit of everything. Marvel came all over us and said, "Here, you love us, here you go." And they showered us with glory. Some not so glorious, but some of it was, it happened. But we're here to talk about it. We're here to dive into it. What sucked ass? What was great? What was lukewarm? Who knows? So, I originally thought we was going to do movies and TV separate. This motherfucker was like, nope, put
No.
it all together.
It's all together, man.
That made shit harder. So I'm like, we'll see. So, sir, please lead the way. I think you should go first.
How do you want it? So obviously we're going to start from the end. Like what's worst is where we start.
Oh, you want to start from the worst? Okay.
Yeah, and that way we can build up. But do we
Okay.
want to like do one at a time, or do we want to do?
We can do
like,
that. We can do that. Like, okay, 10, or at the very end, I have here such and such, and then you can do yours.
Yeah,
I think that's cool.
Which by the way, I hope I didn't forget anything. I have 17.
Oh, hold on, let me count. I was gonna ask. That's a good question too. Okay. I have 18.
Well, fuck, what am I missing? Shit. We'll find out as we go along.
Yeah, I think I know which one you may be missing.
I'm not missing What If.
Oh, then never mind. then never mind.
Shit. Because I don't want to know your list, but also
Right. So do me a. Oh no, because that'll show your list. So never mind.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna look up.
Let me see. Let me do
here,
what the chat people are talking about.
If I do this, I can read these off, and it won't be in order. It'll be in order of. Okay, so
Please.
we have Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Eternals, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Thor: Love and Thunder, and Black Panther. Those are the movies. So obviously, I've got the.
Wait, say the movies again.
Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Eternals, Spider-Man: No Way Home, Multiverse of Madness, Thor: Love and Thunder, and Black Panther.
Okay.
So you have all those. Did you put I Am Groot on there?
Oh shit. No, I didn't.
Okay, no, that one doesn't count. I'm not fucking doing that one.
Okay, yeah, okay. I didn't put that on there though. So.
Okay, so what the fuck am I missing? God damn it!
So you're lost somewhere in the shows and shorts.
Because I obviously have Werewolf by Night. I obviously have the Guardians holiday special. WandaVision, Falcon Winter Soldier, Loki, What If, Hawkeye, Moon Knight, Miss Marvel, She-Hulk, Werewolf by Night, and Guardians. That's all I've got. So do you have one from another phase?
I don't know.
We'll find out. We'll just go.
We'll find out and go.
I was gonna say we should break it up by fives. I think I should do, or at least do like the first three or something. That way we can kind of just talk, like, because we can also compare each other's should we do that? Should we do 17 through 13, or do you want to just go like 17 through 15? What do you how you feeling?
Fuck. But apparently we don't have the same amount.
That's a good point.
So we'll just go off from.
We can just go one by. We can go one by one. It's fine.
Sure. Okay.
All
right. You start off. What is
you want me to start?
Worst of the?
I think this is quite obvious.
Is it?
The worst Phase 4 project is Thor: Love and Thunder. It's by far the worst. What do you have?
Interesting.
I'm very interested.
I have Multiverse of Madness.
Oh wow. Okay. We already got a pretty big jump here.
I have Multiverse of Madness on mine because for me with Thor, yeah, it's not fucking great. But to me, Bill was great. It did have some good moments that hit. I feel like the latter half of the film was a little better for me. I'm like, okay, fine. As bad as the movie was, it did not make me as angry as Multiverse of Madness did. Multiverse just pissed me off royally. And to this day has one of the most annoying fucking characters I've ever seen in Marvel, and that pisses me off all the time.
Yeah, I think my most annoying character in Marvel is currently Thor. So
listen, I won't fight you there, but just something about Multiverse of Madness, everything was like
Love and Thunder's last. I got some people on my team here, but okay. So what's your last?
Okay.
So Multiverse of Madness.
Multiverse
you want to go
of
next?
Madness is my last. Yeah. So my next one, that I have Thor.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Mine is Black Widow.
Oh shit.
That movie is as forgettable and just not even worth watching. That's my whole thing. Is like the last. That's what's so sad about Phase 4 is like up until 10, I'm never gonna rewatch any of these. Like not once. So like that's the problem. But like this is by far the most disappointing phase of all time. But yeah, Black Widow, definitely I'm gonna go with 7. I'm just gonna say 16 because we need to figure out our fucking. I need to figure out what I'm missing here. I don't know what I'm missing.
I don't know either.
It makes no sense. Let me see here. I'm just pissed.
Yeah, I have a firm 18. Did I double back on anything? Hold on. I didn't. Everything is there is 1 for 1.
Okay. I mean, we'll find out. It'll come out.
We'll figure it out.
Yes, Eternals is on my list. Yes.
Yeah.
You'll be seeing that shortly.
So I can't even go by numbers, but say my 18 is Multiverse and 17 is Thor. Okay, so you go ahead.
What you got next?
So 15 for me is What If.
Okay, we're tied on that one.
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
is What If bad? No.
Wait, no, because
That's what's throwing me off.
because I gave 1 and 2. You just gave. Oh no, you did. I'm sorry. You gave Black Widow. Yeah.
You're
Okay,
correct.
go ahead.
So What If? It's not bad. It's just not. It's not great. It's not. It's it's an animated little What If series. It's fine. But in terms of everything, the fact that it's above 2 live action films is rough.
Yeah.
For both of us here. So
Very true.
I think that's more the problem. But yeah, what is yours?
It was forgettable for me. I'm just kind of like
exactly.
Like there's a few ones that are like great. There's like 2.
And
2
I
that's
even
like
really
phenomenal.
like.
Everything is like okay.
I really like Killmonger in the finale, like doing what he does, like becoming the fucking Ultron, Infinity Gauntlet wielding Killmonger is fucking awesome.
It is
and
cool.
makes a lot of sense. But
but none of them beat that T'Challa or
Yeah,
Doctor Strange episode.
No,
Those 2 are like
definitely not.
that was it.
Yeah.
Okay, so for me after that,
this one's gonna hurt you a
Okay.
little bit.
Okay.
I have Loki.
Oh. What?
I have Loki.
Golly, man. You need to rewatch that show.
So here was my thought process for the show that we integrated. So for me, I was gonna line each one as a correspondent. So if my number 1 movie right under it was gonna be my number 1 show. Number two show.
but I was like, boy, you're trying to do it to which one's better than a film, and I hate doing that because it's so much harder to pin like, oh, this show's better than the fucking movie or whatever. So I'm
Right.
like,
No, I hear you.
but
Okay, so yeah, I have Loki. That it just did not like. I'm not saying the show is horrible, but just out of all of them and everything, it's just the least for me to just click. Like there was no hypeness for me. Like I didn't have any emotions with it. Like it just happened. I was just along for it. I'm like, okay, cool. But I didn't feel anything. Nothing had me like, oh my god. Like it was just, all right, cool. I'm following Loki, and this is what's happening.
got it.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Very
man.
interesting.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so my next up is Eternals. That movie is really bad. So that's 4th from the bottom for me.
4th from the bottom. Okay, Eternals. Yeah, I don't hate it as much. But okay.
What I have next is Guardians, the holiday special.
Holiday special. Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
Holiday
Very
special.
interesting.
Yeah. And I just want to say,
After
fuck it. I never. Guardians is what I have for me. It was
Okay.
cool. It was cute,
'Cause-
but it wasn't anything like, insane.
Yeah, so I think that's one thing too, is in a lot of ways my list is like based on what I would rewatch. Like it's more about being enjoyable even, but also like because like obviously Black Widow's story is much better put together than Multiverse of Madness or something,
Right.
but I didn't enjoy it as much, kind of thing. So that's where I'm at. So
yeah, mine is a mixture of like what's better, but also entertaining as well. I try to
Right,
put all,
right. So holiday
Let's see.
special that far down. That's interesting.
Holiday special.
But for me, up next, my 13, which would be your 14, I guess, is Multiverse of Madness.
Okay.
So the movie that we saw together for
Uh-huh.
my fucking 4th time, and I would have only watched that movie once if I had the choice.
Right.
But I had to see it 4 times, and it did get better for me. But it was more about accepting how garbage it is, and just trying to enjoy it. But it still ruined Wanda for me in a lot of ways. The movie's just dog shit in general. Sam Raimi can never come back, and I would be a happier person. But yeah, Multiverse of Madness.
It's bad. Okay. So from there, my next would be, and here's where the list for me is like, these are no longer kind of like bad for me, like the dog shit of the pile. They're just kind of like, this where I'd put them. In terms of enjoyment, this is where it starts getting.
Sure.
And Moon Knight is there for me.
Wow.
Is the next one.
Holy shit. What the fuck?
Yeah, man. But that's the thing. I don't hate it, and it's not bad. I just
trying to compare movies and TV gets hard for me and weird. Yeah, Moon Knight, but I have nothing bad. I don't say nothing bad to say. But I really fucking enjoyed it. But there's just other things I just had more fun with or liked more.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. So my 12th is She-Hulk.
Oh.
Yeah. She-Hulk for me, it would have been much higher if the finale wasn't absolutely horrid. And completely
the finale was horrid.
It took the whole story away. There's no point of any of the story. Like they meted it out to where it's just a video game that you can just like cheat codes. So I feel like I wasted the whole time. I was just hanging out watching Friends. After that, there was no actual story going on. I was just hanging out with Jennifer Walters for 9 fucking episodes, and there was no story to go along with it. So I still say that the first 4 episodes of that show are fucking fantastic. I love them, but nothing was ever as good as any of those first 4 episodes for me, and that's a little sad. But yeah, She-Hulk for me is number 12.
Wowzers. See, that's kind of how I felt about, but made me upset a little bit about Loki, was when it was like, yeah, so all these choices we thought we made, these motherfuckers didn't make them. Dude, we just kind of, everything was just,
you did always really latch onto that because you thought that they didn't have free will.
Yeah, there you go. Like this motherfucker, just everything is just etched in this particular word. I forgot what the fuck you used, but and that's kind of, I was like, well, fuck. That just kind of took away the levity of shit and going forward. That just kind of, pissed me off. But whatever.
Yeah,
okay.
You always misinterpreted what he said there. You said it from the jump.
Is that a misinterpretation?
Yeah, massively.
I don't see how, but we'll get into that.
Yeah. What else you got?
So from there, I have the good old Werewolf by Night.
Golly, what in the fuck?
Here's the thing. I also said it gets tricky. This has nothing to do with it being shit. It's hard for me to put a fucking short above like 2 hours of 8 episodes of some shit. That's just like, okay, but like what? Werewolf by Night is fucking great. But I'm just like, well, I have more time with all these other things. It's hard. Okay. And that's my logic behind it. Like, it's not down there because it's shit. It's down there just because it's hard for me to put something so incredibly short above fucking all these other things that are.
I guess I just disagree because I could find you 100 YouTube videos that are 3 minutes long that I enjoyed 1,000 times more than Thor: Love and Thunder. Like, it's not hard for me.
Well, see, because those are dog shit. So that's different.
Okay.
Those are fucking.
Well, then let's just bring this up. Then I can find 100 YouTube videos that I enjoy more than my next on the list, which is Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. That movie is massively disappointing, and I could find a million things better to do, including taking a shit, than watching that movie again. So that's where I'm at. That is my number 11.
Same.
Is Wakanda Forever. What a massive disappointment.
Sweet Christmas. Okay. So God damn. So my next from there would be Hawkeye.
Okay. I understand that.
Yeah, I have but there's something, I don't even call it guilty, but something about me really just fucking enjoyed Hawkeye. And of course, it's never bad to see, Haley Steinfeld on screen. Sure. But just something to be. Maybe because it's around Christmas time, there's something joyful about it that made me just upbeat watching the show,
Sure.
other than really having more time with Hawkeye. But yeah, so I go from there.
Yeah, so that is my number 10.
Okay.
Is Hawkeye. This is where I hit the line of like, I'll never watch Hawkeye again. But going forward, what all is next, I would revisit. Yeah, Hawkeye is. I felt like it was a complete waste of time for me in a lot of ways. I wish I hadn't watched it.
Oh God.
Like Jeremy Renner's a nightmare to follow around. Haley Steinfeld's fine.
Yes,
I look forward to what she does in the future, but at the end of the day, the show is good. It is enjoyable, but like, it's about Hawkeye, so like I'm good.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Those are pretty similar, so that's kind of funny.
All right. So next are the Eternals. For
Okay.
me.
Okay.
I'm someone who, again, I'm unapologetic for this film. I'm not saying I fucking love it, but I don't hate it as much as others do. I really did enjoy it. I liked the difference, the vast difference, for whatever reason it worked for me. In their characters, I'm interested in seeing more of and stuff like that. So I enjoyed Eternals.
Interesting. Gilly,
Yeah.
I have no idea why your message just did that. Do you see that in the chat? It like
What?
cut out some random letters. I don't like for
Oh,
Black
I have
Panther.
no idea. I
It
see
cut
it.
out. I don't know what it was doing.
Maybe black is offensive.
Yeah, I don't know. But then for Moon Knight, it cut out MOO, cut out moo. Anyway,
That's funny.
for me, number 9 is Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So this is the first project that I would
Screw love.
revisit.
Okay.
But the Flag Smashers are, that's also the thing is it has excuses. When it comes to Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the Flag Smashers are terrible, but at the
Yes,
same
they are.
time, they had a whole storyline that dealt with, basically weaponizing a virus, and then COVID happened, and during that time, there were some people that really like yellow guys with flags pins on their coats that were thinking that China weaponized COVID. And so they were like, cut all that shit out and just like try to puzzle piece something together. And so they cut all that out. Understandable. But everything when it comes to Falcon, I love it. Bucky, I really like. Yeah. And then obviously the finale is it's the only project in all of Phase 4 that I teared up. And that's from that finale.
Same.
So it obviously it's got some special stuff to it, but the Flag Smasher whole storyline, the fact that the entirety of the villain plot is awful, brings it to number 9 for me.
So look at that, Kenya's
Exactly. That makes no sense, man.
But I'm not gonna fucking hold you. That was one of the most satisfying bits of Phase 4, or it's just when she got knocked the fuck up by that rock, because she was my second most annoying fucking character of all of fucking Marvel. I was like, please kill this bitch. Okay, so what I had returned. Okay, so what's next for me would be She-Hulk.
Okay.
For me, yeah.
Makes sense.
At this point, I'm just juggling things that fucking entertain, and all these things can be fucking anywhere. I just had to put them in a goddamn list. But She-Hulk is there for me. Loved it. Love the character following Jen. I love the comedic aspect of it. I love personally the fact of the fourth wall breaking. It worked for me. Obviously, she does that heavily in the comics. Not necessarily a thing that means it's going to work all the fucking time. But
right, that's the thing.
I really enjoyed that. I love the finale because she's doing that. I don't expect her to do that anymore of that extent, about going in and fucking rewriting shit or doing whatever. Right. I just think that was a nod to that when she first did it. But I really enjoyed it, and it brought us back fucking Daredevil, man. So I can't hit it too much. But I loved it. She-Hulk for me.
Gotcha. So for me, my number 8 would be Guardians Holiday Special. Definitely something that obviously very short, even much less of a story. Like if there was one like Werewolf by Night, I'm surprised that you like said that excuse about it being short for that one. But like with Guardians, I kind of understand it. But for that one, it's just in terms of enjoyment, and really it's about Kevin Bacon in that whole thing, and then Star-Lord as well. I think both of them are really good. Drax is awful, and I hate every second of him. But that for me, like I look at the Guardians Holiday Special, kind of like I guess what you were saying with Hawkeye, where it's about Christmas. It's all that, and the vibe is just there to where I'm supposed to just have fun, and like it's meant to be dumb. And so for me, I definitely get enjoyment out of it. I watched it twice. And
it did give us a fucking really great new Christmas song, so I'm not mad there either.
Well, I don't know about that.
Oh, I really like that song.
It was funny.
I'll put it on my phone. I like
That's hilarious. That's awesome.
Okay. So from there, I have Black Widow.
Okay.
Another thing I'm unapologetic about, I just really fucking love that movie. For me, some of the things just fucking worked. I love the action in it. I love ScarJo, and I love that character Black Widow from the get. I felt like we did hit some good points for her backstory, introducing her fucking family, whatever you want to call them. It was just fun for me, just badass. Obviously not on the level of like a Winter Soldier, but I got that vibe just from action, espionage type shit. But I really enjoyed Black Widow. Wow.
Okay. So I think one thing for me too is like I was talking to Walker about this not long ago. But her sister, is very important moving forward.
Yes.
And for me, I'm just not sold on Yelena at all. Like I could not care less about that
very
character.
Different follow up for Natasha.
And that's the thing though, is I mean really it's not. She's just a dumber Natasha. Like she's the exact same character, just a lot less. She's very naive.
Oh, I think it's a huge difference just because of those actions, like and stuff that you said.
Like I don't know. I just like that. That's the thing for me is it's like we killed a Black Widow and now we're just bringing in her younger sister. We just get to watch her go through the same build up. I mean, she's literally leading a team of fake Avengers coming soon. Like we're already getting to the point of where Natasha was in Endgame, where she's all about this team. So I don't know. I think that's the big disconnect for me because Walker loves her, and it's fine, but it is what it is. For me, number 7, I don't know what you have that I don't. We'll have to figure out where I'm at. Number 7 for me is Miss Marvel. I really enjoy Miss Marvel. Like in terms of like start to finish Disney Plus show, I actually think it's the best, put together. Like nothing about it falls apart. Which for me, every other one has some downfalls, but like this one is consistent the whole way through. Is it about Miss Marvel? Yes. And so like it's not my most enjoyable situation to be in. So that's what brings it to number 7 for me. But I think it's really well done. And that one, I will admit, almost brought me to tears when she saves her grandmother as a baby.
Yeah.
I absolutely like that moment was so beautiful to me that I did get a little teary eyed. So, but yeah, same. Miss Marvel, number 7.
We share that similar.
Okay.
That goes number 7. Yeah, what the fuck are you missing? I'm just not okay.
I mean, shit, man.
Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. Okay, got it.
Oh, are you?
What'd you do?
What'd you do?
I put Falcon twice.
There it is.
There it is. Okay, got it.
Okay, sweet.
I was like, is something doubled up? Okay. So Miss Marvel, we're tied there. I absolutely fucking love this show. I love the character. It's completely, I don't want to say not relatable, but it's just like you
empathize, you can relate in some aspects, and I love the awareness of culture that it brought to as well. And of course, that penultimate episode was just like fucking fantastic
Right.
for me. So yeah, I fucking love Miss Marvel. Yeah.
Okay. Good deal. Good deal.
What you got?
Number 6. So are you on number 6 now? Or are we off one?
Probably off one now, because right now,
yeah, this next one will be my fifth.
Okay, so let me do 2 in a row then.
Okay.
So for me, number 6 is Spider-Man: No Way Home. Movie's enjoyable, but
Okay.
it's literally one that if somebody handed me the script, every single decision that is made in it, I would have done differently. Literally every single one of them.
Okay.
And so it's just massively disappointing for me. I know, like, and at the same time, is it a bad movie? No, not at all. But it's just a massive disappointment. Where it's very similar to Wakanda Forever for me in that way. I just think that this is a lot more enjoyable. But still, huge disappointment for the fact of, it's got the fucking 3 live action Spider-Man in it, and it's just good. So that's where I'm at with that. But still, I mean, I can rewatch it and enjoy myself.
Okay.
So
Great.
then my number 5 is WandaVision. WandaVision, I think it's really good. I think it somewhat, loses itself towards the end there when it tries to become a big epic. Like, it was kind of funny because during the show, I was like, oh, but we're going to get to that Marvel epic. Like, I remember that, but it was also the first Disney Plus show. So it was a weird time, but I was like waiting for the Marvel epic, and then it comes, and I was like, actually, we should have kind of stayed where we were. Like, finish the story out instead of just trying to go big, whatever. But still, it's got incredible moments. She has to lose Vision again. He has that incredible line about grief. It's got a lot of great things in it.
Got quite a few.
But where the fuck is White Vision? We don't know.
Well, we're about to find out now. Well,
yeah, that's right.
Sooner or later.
But what's your number 5?
WandaVision.
Oh, there you go.
Again, one I actually really liked. I actually enjoyed the ending, or the epic.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's good. I just, the vibe of the show, you could tell they were like,
switches.
Oh, we have to get to this. And it's like, actually, now that I see it, no, we didn't. Like, we could have stayed, but it's still enjoyable, obviously. I mean, I'm watching Wanda do badass shit, but.
Oh, yeah. It's just that transformation alone was like, God damn.
Yeah.
And, and we're getting good things like Agatha, and them giving us like the first holy shit fucking come on ourselves reveal with like Pietro and bringing Evan Peters and shit, just for it to get pulled under us. But
yeah, that was a big negative for me, for sure.
But at that time when we first saw it, it was fucking amazing. It was like,
yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
But then, pulled fucking Ralph Boner.
But yeah, okay. What do you got?
Number 4 for me, this is where things are going to be hilarious. But number 4 for me is Shang-Chi.
Okay.
Yeah, you've already said my top 3. But Shang-Chi for me, I think it's really good. I think it's fun. The third act definitely falls apart in a lot of ways for me, but it's still the most enjoyable movie from Phase 4 that I've had in terms of that character following him around. And I do think it massively misses the fact of, like, what was good about that movie was the true hand-to-hand combat. And once he gets the rings, that's completely left behind, and he's just kind of a floating, like, spinning top. And I really hope that
there's still some fighting in there.
But, like, nothing is as good as when his dad has the rings. Like, when his dad has the rings, it felt physical, whereas he's doing he's making it spin around him like fucking Sonic.
Well, yeah, that was a
And,
I get it. His was about
so-
arrogance, like his mama taught him.
Right, but, like, no, go after what your dad fucking taught you, and then also put them on and fight. Because the hand-to-hand combat it's the best hand-to-hand combat we've seen in the MCU, period. We just lose it after the second act. But enjoyable. The big dragon at the end is completely unnecessary. It should have been more of a personal story versus just giant CG dragon. But definitely a good movie, and my favorite movie of Phase 4.
Gotcha. Okay. So number 4 for me would be Wakanda Forever. Would be number 4, and that's only because rounding out the movies for me, I think that's up there compared to the movies that we fucking got for the phases. For me, Wakanda Forever, I loved it. Obviously, not the first one. I actually personally liked where the story was going, how they represented the grief and celebration of it all, of course. But I really enjoyed the film. Obviously, there were some issues. I'm kind of like, meh. But overall, really enjoyed it. I thought it was a good continuation in honoring of Mr. Boseman. Yeah, what you got?
Okay. Number 3 for me is Moon Knight. I really love Moon Knight. I think it's pretty great. Mostly for our guy Oscar Isaac. He murders. He absolutely murders.
That's an Emmy snub for sure.
He's fantastic. His, like I saw Kenya say, too tamed, and then they ruined the practical suit. And it's like, that's 2 of the stupidest fucking negatives to type out. Like, you can not love it as much as somebody, but like those are the 2 things. Like, no, like the story of the fact that we've got these battling, people in this one guy's head. It's really well done. Do I care about his girlfriend? No.
When she puts on the suit, I do.
Yeah, exactly. And so I'm like, okay, cool finale there. But I really am looking forward to the future with where that after credit scene went. I thought it was really well done. Is it more tame? Sure. Is this Marvel? Yes. Like, they're not gonna fucking, like, we're gonna get not tame with Daredevil or with Deadpool. Like, we know that's where we're gonna be. Even Blade is gonna be tame. That's why I'm almost positive. If y'all are gonna start crying about it now, don't fucking see it. Like, you already know about it. But Moon Knight I definitely like a lot, and it's also one that when we get these big giant fucking god things fighting with the pyramids, like,
when I say Celestials,
I don't know, but like, do I need that? No, like, it should have just been smaller. Like, that's what I liked about that show. But
the ending pissed me off beyond belief, though. It just abruptly fucking ends. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Like,
yeah,
what?
That's right.
Where are we at? What's going on now? It pissed me off. But other than that, yeah, like I said, it's a great fucking show. Right. Not a lot of knocks against it at all, to be honest with you. Oscar definitely got robbed for an Emmy. He should have got nominated for sure, at least. Especially the episode when we go back to like all his life and memories and shit. Fucking great. But yeah, okay.
Gotcha.
So for number 3 for me would be Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Okay.
I really, really fucking love this show. It's, for me, obviously I fucking hate the Flag Smashers. It's fucking stupid and useless. And for me, I just cut them out. Only when actually giving good fucking shit about, the motivations, why they're doing things, but then it just gets dumb. But for me, it was just the overall message behind everything else involving with Sam and Bucky and just, culture and what's going on with the reality of race in America and him putting on the shield. Like, everything was just phenomenal to me. Of course, that fucking, like I said, that finale was balling like a bitch. Do a lot of fucking with the speech and the fucking end with Isaiah, and I want to see more Isaiah, and I can't wait for it. Like, it was just a lot for me. And I just really fucking loved it. So yeah, number 3 for me is Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Legitimately, like, that character in that show, with how tiny amount of screen time that he gets, but it's so well done. Like, that is a true knock it out of the park scenario for Marvel, where they got the feels for that. Did I bring up to you? I tweeted about this, and we maybe shouldn't talk about this in the middle of the fucking list, but it's kind of important. But there's a girl that she used to write for like a comic book movie website, and she brought up to me she hates Captain America's ending in Endgame. And which I think it's like possibly the greatest fucking thing ever. Like the fact that they figure out a way for him to go back and be with Peggy, it's just unbelievable. And he comes back, gives the shield to Sam. Yeah. Like how'd they figure that fucking out? It's incredible. She said to me, she goes, but why would Steve go back to a time where someone like Sam would have less rights? And I was like, are you saying Steve Rogers is racist? and she's like, I'm not saying he's actively racist, but he obviously is okay with going back to a time like that. And so he must think that's okay. And I was like, it's a love story. Like he went back to his love, and
it's the time she's fucking in. Like, what do you want me to do?
I was like, you realize he gave the fucking shield to a black man. And I was like, and that's also still the point of Falcon the Winter Soldier, is it's still not okay to be a black man in America.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's the whole point of that show. You might want to rewatch it. And and it was
true.
It was absolutely wild to me, because I was even like, go back to the first Avenger, and there's a black guy in the Howling Commandos. Like, he would die. Like, I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, the whole point of Captain America is he can't make like an evil decision kind of thing. Like, he's not a hateful person.
And you think he went back there in time, and if he saw some racist shit, he was just like, oh, well.
He's like,
keep beating the motherfucker. All right.
Yeah, fuck you, Darky. It's like, what?
Right. Like,
Steve?
no.
Like, no.
Like, he's gonna go in there and punch that fucker in the face.
If you don't think he's clotheslining some motherfuckers, like, I mean, what are you like? I don't know. It was wild.
It's fucking stupid.
Absolutely wild. But yeah. So that's kind of the point too. Is it's like there's still people out here that just don't. They're completely missing. Like, shit's going over their fucking heads. And that's all right. You know, it is all right. But happens. Okay. So we're on number 2, correct?
We're number 2.
Number 2 for me is Werewolf by Night.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Definitely one I could watch this over and over again, to be honest. Like, it's so rewatchable for me. And it might be because it's just brand new, but also it's just well done in that, you know, it's got a vibe. It's got, you know, a feel that it's going for, and it does nothing but hit that on the head over and over and over again. The score, I literally ordered the vinyl. I love it.
Okay.
I won't get that shit for like months, but it is on order. The cover looks fucking dope too, but I love it. I'm very excited for what they're gonna do with it. Although I really hope that they keep it on this massively small scale. A Werewolf by Night does not work running around with the Hulk, you know. But
you can be chilling with Moon Knight and shit like that.
Exactly, like Blade, Moon Knight, like that kind of vibe. It could really work, and I love it. And Man-Thing in it is somehow awesome, even though it's like very strange, but like it fucking works. It just works. So
he's one of the standouts. He emotes without saying anything. You get everything he's trying to say.
Exactly. So yeah, Werewolf by Night.
Where the fuck is that? Oh, he's over there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Exactly. Just fucking gets it after burning somebody alive and all that shit.
Right.
But yeah, that one just worked for me massively. Like it surprised the hell out of me, and I just want more from it. So Werewolf by Night, number 2 for me.
So number 2 for me, and I was battling with this with Wakanda, but I had to weigh what was more enjoyable versus something more personal. I still could have went with Wakanda overall, but I just had more fun with this one, and it was No Way Home for me. With number 2.
Got it.
This is my favorite Spider-Man film. What they were able to achieve was fucking awesome. To see the 3 of them just come together was amazing. From there on in was just like, oh my god, my pants the whole time. But I love seeing the throwback. Tom Holland for me fucking killed it. This was definitely his more maturing acting wise with the character and just going through everything. What he had to face, the repercussions of everything. I just really love the film and it's fun as shit. So for me, No Way Home is number 2.
Gotcha.
So that being said, I already know what your number 1 is, and I figured I would, but
yeah, correct. I already knew yours too. But for me, number 1 is Loki.
Loki.
Yeah, I exactly. I've loved the show from the jump. I will always admit that the finale falls off because it's nothing but a setup. And is Jonathan Majors great?
Got 2
is he great? Yes. Does it work completely? No. To where it was kind of funny. So Walker is watching The Walking Dead for the first time, and
nice.
And like I never finished that or anything, but he got recently, like in the past few weeks, he got to when Negan shows up, and I was talking about you have Negan introduced in the finale, and he just has a whole. I can't remember if it's the finale or the premiere episode, but it's just nothing but him talking for a fucking hour. He's just monologuing while he's walking in front of all those people.
That's the finale.
And it does nothing but work.
Yeah.
Like that character worked. And I was like, it's funny because they tried to do something like that in Loki with a funny character that, like, even though massively powerful, has a lot of stakes, whatever, they didn't go that route to where he didn't really he's like, hey, you kill me, something horrible is going to happen. It's going to be a lot worse. So you might not want to do that. And it's like, no, like he should like fucking grab them and be like, just know, like shit's going to hit the fan.
Yeah.
But everything before that for me is legitimately phenomenal. I love Sylvie. After Multiverse of Madness now, Sylvie is like my favorite female character in Marvel. I'm very excited to see where she goes, what is up with Loki, and also just where that will fit in, because it's been so long since we've seen it, but like season 2 is going to pick up right where we left off, and it's a show that can take place at any time. So like if Loki is going to show up, or if something that does happen in the show is going to have repercussions elsewhere, it can literally happen at any time. So like even now the rumor is that they're going to use that shit in Deadpool 3 with Wolverine and Deadpool. Using, like, do I think that's the case? Probably not, but it's, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I legitimately love Loki. Made him one of my favorite characters once again. Kind of started from scratch and made it work. And the score for that show is fucking unbelievable.
The score is cool. We'll see what it's like now, unless she's not coming back.
Right.
So we'll see. I don't know. For me, it's just Loki. For me, was definitely one of those, like, it was just happening. Like I felt like it was just going along, and it's one of those drag shows that I actually felt it. Like for me, like the train episode, I'm just like, oh dear God, like move this shit along.
That's definitely the slowest one, yeah.
But just some of the stuff, I'm kind of like, okay, I'm here. Like thankfully, the performances gave it a little like for me. But just for me, it was just one of those shows I just could not resonate with. Like I didn't feel anything. I didn't get emotional. I didn't get excited. I was just, all right, I'm here. That's it. Regardless of how much I enjoyed the performances, Sylvie grew on me because at first I was like, she's fucking annoying, but then she grew on me. I'm like, okay, cool. But then now, bitch, at the time we thought before they saw that everything was a multiverse connection, but this bitch has fucking ruined everything for your own personal fucking shit. But now we don't know where the shit starts anymore. So I'm just like, so it was up and down for me. Hopefully Loki season 2 will, I don't know, better for me. But yeah, it just didn't hit me with that one.
Wild.
But yeah, and I want him and he still has a short, stupid ass cut in season 2. I hate the
It's
short
picked
cut.
up.
I
It's picking
fucking
up right
hate
where
it.
it left off. What do you want him to do? Just
I know. I
fucking grow it?
forgot. Yes, he's a fucking sorcerer type shit. Just
It's
fucking
like,
grow your hair.
I don't like this anymore.
He can conjure up blankets.
Yeah,
Fucking
of course he
stretch your
can.
hair out. Yeah. It's like, fuck. I love long hair Loki. That short shit just looks stupid because Hiddleston has a weird head. So it's
Yeah,
like
he
when it
does.
doesn't go to, it's weird. Only the slick back long hair is like, got it.
Yeah.
So number 1 for me is Shang-Chi. I absolutely fucking adore this fucking movie. Like it was obsession for me when it came out.
I remember.
Yeah, I fucking love this movie. Just the feel of it because it is so different. The style is bringing and introducing a whole new style to Marvel, and plus the fighting. And I loved the end act for me with the fucking mystical beings and the culture and the fighting, and like I just fucking loved all of it. It had so many shout outs to, you know, traditional Asian cinema and its heroes and badasses. I love Simu, like he was fucking great. I just love the movie. It was a fun time for me with a lot of badass shit, and fucking Zaddy Wenwu was fucking carrying that shit the whole time. I fucking loved him because he as well is a fucking legend. It was just amazing as one of Marvel's all-time great fucking villains. I thought we was going on the up. I was like, oh shit, we got Wenwu. Like Marvel's about to give us some fucking villains now. Didn't turn out that way, but yeah, didn't turn out that way. But at least he still held it down and was one of them, and you know, made the staple. But I just fucking love Shang-Chi. Yeah, unapologetically.
We're good.
Obsessed.
Definitely excited for Phase 5. Not as excited as I was for Phase 4, I can tell you. I was very hopeful for Phase 4, and it let me down massively. I mean, when I look at the list, and I will not rewatch 17 through 10. That's really bad. That is a failing grade for me. So hopefully Marvel picks it back up. Hopefully they, you know, figure it out. And there's also just there's no 10s for me. Is Shang-Chi a 10 for you think?
No.
Yeah, see, so that's what that sucks. You know what I mean? Like
it's pretty damn close, but it's not.
Like, don't get me wrong. Shang-Chi's really good, but like, it's just as a whole. If we're going to talk about Phase 4, the fact that there's no 10s, where you know, I look at Phase 1, and you at least have the Avengers, let alone Iron Man 1. I mean, guaranteed. Yeah. They're 10s. You know, you can just go down. You can find 10s. Obviously, Infinity War and Endgame. Tough to say they're not. So it's weird for a whole phase that had the most projects ever in a phase. None. Yeah, it's very interesting.
It's close. Like my heart would be like, yeah, Shang-Chi's a fucking 10, but in reality, it's
exactly
it's
like, and that's what I mean. It's like the list is what we enjoy the most,
right?
And so it's like, yeah, like that's fine. But like, if you're gonna start now, let's flip it to the film side of things. It's like, ugh. It's like, yeah. Hopefully they figure some things out for the
little rough,
yeah, exactly.
A little rough. But that is true. Like we're in a fucking phase where everything's like that movie is goddamn just fucking phenomenal. Like Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So hopefully, like I said, we pick back up with Phase 5, and we get back to the Marvel of old. Apparently, definitely that's what they say.
Over quality. That's right.
That's what they're saying. Like they've learned and heard feedbacks from this phase, and they've learned it. I was like, okay. Cool. I hope that's the case. And not everything has to be fucking comedy and funny at the same time as well, was what they're hearing and saying. So I'm praying that is true. Because we need them bangers back like that so we can get 10s and have movies fucking sit with us like, God damn, Marvel. Thank you. But we'll see where that goes, I guess. All right. So that is our Marvel Phase 4 list. Pretty interesting.
We never even switched this banner.
Huh?
We never even changed the banner to.
Oh, we didn't.
It's been on Welcome to the Show.
Oh, well,
that's our Phase 4.
That's our Phase 4, motherfucker. Let us know your list. If you're watching this on playback, please let it know in the comment section. What is your favorite Phase 4 film from 1 to how many? 17. Let it be known. We see you guys been throwing it back, throwing it out in the chat.
Throwing it back, man.
Throwing it back.
Appreciate it.
Some of you could be throwing it back while watching us live. Who knows? So we'll definitely take a look about that more towards the end of the show. Kind of go through that, but we've seen your choices, and as you're going through it, pretty good, not bad.
Yeah.
All right. So now, well, they're both big dogs, so I can't even fucking say anything. But now for the year. Oh man, this year was thank you.
Got you.
I don't want to say tough, but tough. Because I feel like this year, it didn't give us a lot of just like, holy fucking shit.
It gave us a couple.
And that's a couple.
Yeah.
And the rest just like, I just need to throw some shit on here to make a list. Like, it's great, cool, whatever, but some stuff just aren't like, holy fuck. I felt like this year was kind of lacking with that a little bit. But we got a top. Well, I don't know what he has. I
got a 10.
It was like top 10. Okay, let's do top 10.
But you're right. Like, it's like I just have to put stuff on here that I saw.
Right, you know? And I have a few honorable mentions or whatever.
Correct.
We can kind of get through there too. But 2022. Let us go. So you want to start from the bottom to the top again?
Yeah. Do you want to just throw all your honorable mentions out?
Oh, okay.
Just to start?
Yeah, actually, good question. Good question. Good statement. Okay. So my honorable mentions are Smile, Triangle of Sadness, Barbarian, Northman, Jackass Forever, and Terrifier 2.
Okay.
And for Guilty Conscience and Pleasure, Scream. But
So for me, I just, in terms of like, I just put like movies that I've seen this year, because that's the other thing is like all the ones that you just said I've never seen in your honorable mentions. Like I haven't watched them. Oh wait, no, Northman. Northman's on my honorable mentions.
Okay.
I also have Lightyear on there. Yeah, Elvis is on there, but definitely wouldn't have been on my top 10. Nope and Black Panther are on there as things that didn't make the top 10.
Oh. Nope. Yeah. Nope. Okay, that's an honorable mention. Yeah.
I mean, good movie, but like my least favorite of his three.
Yeah.
You know, it's just So, but yeah, what's your number 10?
Okay, so to be completely honest with you, after about 5 or 6, everything is just kind of like there's no set type of things, just whatever. So going at 10 is The Menu for me.
Correct. Never saw it. Fuck.
Right.
Like that's the problem. Like I haven't seen The Whale. I haven't seen The Menu. Like there are things on here on your list that I haven't seen. So I apologize, but that's what we'll have different lists.
Yeah. To me, The Menu, it was it's a really good film. It's fun, different, interesting, funny, dark. It gets a little iffy in terms of motivation and just everything surrounding that. I'm like, why the fuck would you even like it? But if you think too hard into that, that's what starts happening. But overall, as a film, performances, story, and all that shit, until that point, it's pretty damn entertaining. Been fun. What is your number 10?
So entertaining. Let's keep that word in mind, because for number 10, it's The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Okay.
Starring Nicolas Cage and Pedro Pascal.
Gotcha.
I had so much fun with that movie. Also, one that I did take a glass of wine into.
Oh.
And I had a fucking blast. Like, do you need a glass of wine with it? No, but like, oh my God,
helps.
It's so much fun. It's so dumb. But it's fantastic. Like it's so much fun. So that's number 10 for me is the buddy cop, Nick Cage, Pedro situation.
That can be an honorable mention for me. I completely forgot about that, to be honest with you.
Right.
And how much of a good time I did have at that film. Not top 10 for me, but definitely honorable.
Gotcha.
Cool.
For me, number 9 is Wakanda for me.
Okay.
For obvious reasons, I went over that. Won't spare it again, but number 9 is Wakanda for me.
Okay. Number 9 for me is The Fabelmans. Good old Spielberg.
Oh, okay.
legitimately, this is the only. Well, I take that back, but like this is the one that it's the best made movie of all of these, possibly. Like in terms of it's fucking Spielberg, and I will admit that when I went and saw it, like I saw it, I think opening weekend, and they still hadn't. Now it's out that like it's a biopic basically of himself, and I didn't know that going into it, and I would have enjoyed it so much more in the moment if I did know that, because I was literally I was with multiple people and we're leaning over going, is he supposed to be fucking Spielberg? Like I think he is. Yeah. Like, and I wish that I didn't have that going on to where I could just go through Spielberg's eyes and then see how he's interpreting it on screen in the moment. Because every time I look back on that moment, now that I know it's his story, I like it a lot more, because it's also, I mean, it's a fucking weird, like his mom is in love with another person and she's like destroying the family, but also no one knows about it kind of thing. And it's like, what the fuck? Okay. I didn't like, and so I was like, the whole time I'm like, is this fucking Spielberg or is this just a story he came up with?
Right.
Because if it's a story he came up with, strange choice. And then if this is his real story, fuck. It's like, it's like, wow. So definitely, I mean, it's not one that I would tell anyone to run out and see, because it is slow, it is long, all that. But like after seeing it, it's like, man, like every time I look back on it, it gives me a good feeling. I never, have negative about it. So number 9 is The Fabelmans for me.
Okay. So
number 8 for me is the jolliest fucker in here, and that would be Violent Night. Okay. I had such a fucking great time with this movie. It is so like, don't take this shit serious. Go and have some fun and watch this motherfucker whoop all types of ass and have a great time doing it. David Harbour, amazing. Completely kills it. Die Hard meets Christmas. I know you haven't seen Die Hard, which is still blasphemous, but it's just good seeing him wreck shop on fuckers for just, that's it. And for Violent Night 2, I need him to go up against Krampus. Thank you very much. I need that in my life.
And I need to see who Mrs. Claus is.
Yes.
And
I need to see who Mrs. Claus is.
And
absolutely.
Please be somebody like Charlize Theron. I mean, and I want her to kick fucking ass, by the way. Sorry.
Yes. Please.
Yeah. So number 8 for me is Glass Onion.
Really?
Yeah.
That low?
Oh yeah, that movie. Do you think that's better than Knives Out?
That doesn't mean it's not fucking fun.
Really? That low?
God
that
damn.
Surprised me. I'm not gonna hold you.
Okay, we'll see.
Wow.
Yeah, Glass Onion. It's really good. The thing of, I mean, the other things on this list are either better movies or I just had a more enjoyable time in the theater. But Glass Onion, it's really good. I literally was watching Rian Johnson's like notes on a scene or whatever where he breaks it down.
I
was watching that today, and he talks for like 20 minutes just about the introduction scene of all the characters. And I legitimately love to hear him talk about, like, he's a true director. And so he's like drawing lines. He's like, here's how you do like how you focus things. And you already saw it, but like
just pull back and everything. We're still just holding.
Yeah,
like, oh,
and I love how there's a spot where what's her name, Kate Hudson.
Mm-hmm.
She's in the shot, and he's like, see, the lines are going to her, and he's like, but we always want to go back to Benoit Blanc and see his perspective because he's the one. And he's like, and so we switched to him. And but he's like, look at that, because he hadn't erased the lines yet, and he's like, the lines perfectly go to him too, and he's like, directing. He's like, I did good on that because I kept like exactly where your eyes were are where they already need to be for the next shot. And so he's a fucking director. Obviously, you and I both love Rian Johnson to death.
Absolutely.
But yeah, Glass Onion is number 8 for me because at the end of the day, it's not as good as Knives Out, and I mean, it's enjoyable, but I didn't love it nearly as much as the first.
Interesting. That surprised me. I'm not gonna hold you. Where are we at? Seven. Okay. So number 7, I have The Train That Likes Bullets.
Oh.
I got Bullet Train as number 7. This was my sleeper of the year for me. For sure. Fucking great. Such a good time. And it's not even something that's like, oh my God, this action is just so fucking game changing. Like, it's simple, but the way the story's crafted and the performances alone carries and elevates the film for me. I'm just like, it's so fucking fun. I love the characters. I love the way it's shot. David Leitch really fucking kills it in terms of that. Brad Pitt's awesome. Everyone's fucking great. And I got to see Aaron Taylor Johnson in the suit, looking good as hell. So I'm like, I'm not mad at it. Just like,
that's right.
Cool. So number 7 is Bullet Train, and great soundtrack.
Yes, agreed. Number 7 for me is Jesus Christ. Nope. Just jolly old Saint Nick. My fucking boy, Violent Night. Saw it twice. Legitimately, possibly the funnest time I've had in a theater. It's just fan fucking tastic. Like, I don't know, maybe besides Top Gun, I don't know if I like told people like, please go see this movie in a theater more than Violent Night. Like, I was begging people, like, yes, it's so fucking dumb. Like, that is the point.
Yes, it is.
Go watch him decapitate someone with an ice skate now. Like, like, get the fuck out there. It's
shank
fantastic.
5 people with a fucking
with the
candy cane.
Candy cane. That's legitimately my favorite part. Is he just starts shivving people in the fucking neck?
Just like,
yeah.
I was like, fuck.
So good, so fucking good.
Great.
So yeah, Violent Night is absolutely phenomenal time at the movies, and it will become a Christmas staple. Like,
yes, it will.
I love it.
It's already in it.
Love it. But that's number 7 for me.
And I'm down for Charlize for Mrs. Claus. Charlize or Halle Berry. Those two I want to be Mrs. Claus.
Fuck me. Yeah, I like them both, my guy. That's fucking right.
And now that Halle Berry is on that John Wick, I can kick ass mode now? Yes.
Yeah, that's
both
right.
Both of them. Either one. Give it to me. Or, good Lord, that'd be so amazing. And David Arbor would be a lucky motherfucker. So, number 6 for me. Dong, 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 dong.
God,
the Batman.
Really? That fucking low?
It is. So,
wow.
The film is fucking great. For me, over time, it kind of notched down with more films that I thought was more entertaining for me, that I had better times with. But the movie is still really fucking great. This isn't a knock whatsoever on it in terms of value, but just other ones ahead, I'm just like, they're just either a better film to me, or I had a lot more fun and entertaining, or resonated with me more. So for me, is number 6 coming in hot is The Batman.
That is very surprising for me. My number 6 is Avatar: The Way of Water.
God, okay.
Like, you didn't even put that on your honorable mentions?
Nope.
Like, I love how biased you are against the franchise. But yeah, the movie's great. I'm never gonna say it's not great. It's much better to look at than it is great as a movie, but
there it is.
But it's still a great movie. Much better than something like Glass Onion in terms of enjoyment and in terms of, just everything. So like, there's a reason why. Massive negatives would be runtime, but yeah, Avatar: The Way of Water. Like, fuck it, like Kenya's fucking furious. So I don't know. Like, I don't know why y'all are acting like it's not one of the most enjoyable situations of the year. Like,
it's not. Like,
are you crazy? Like,
visually, yes, you got it. This movie's not. That surprised me. I'm not gonna hold you.
Well, just get fucking ready, because you'll really love what's next. But no, legitimately, like, I don't know how. Like, Is it the greatest movie ever? No, but on a fucking weak ass year, yeah. I mean, like that's the whole thing. I mean, y'all should be happy I put Glass Onion at 8 because I got to see that bitch in the theater. Like most people didn't, and that's rough on y'all. But it's just never. Yeah, correct. You're very lucky. I mean, there was. I mean, it was in theaters for like 3 fucking days.
Yeah.
If I had to watch that at home, it would have been way low. But yeah, Avatar for sure. I mean, it is very enjoyable. Would it have been much better without 3D? Yes, all those things. But I also, I mean, and I still like the first one, I think, more. So have fun with that. But yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Wow. Holy shit.
All right. What was that? Where are we at?
That was number 6.
Took me the fuck off. Okay.
Number 5 for me.
Kenya said I was smoking dick and then put it at 7.
I was expecting it not to even to be on his list the way he made it sound.
Right. Like he likes it more than me. And he
Bro, I thought that shit was
mean,
like not even
what?
on his list type shit the way he made it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Then he forgot about it. Like what?
Oh shit.
Okay, bud. But yeah, okay, number 6 for you. Or right, number 5 for you.
The Whale for me.
Okay.
Is number 5.
Got it.
It's the only movie.
Let me think how I'm going to say this before I say that because it's about to be a lie. It's the only film, like I said, that truly resonated with me after the fact, that I had to fucking sit there and think about it for a minute. It's a truly beautiful fucking film. It's masterful directing, well, acting, I should say. And the movie's just phenomenal. And it hits you at every fucking fiber of your being that possibly can to just fuck you up in all type of possible ways. And I truly loved it. So number 5 for me is The Whale. Isn't it out like as a whole now, like everywhere? It was the 23rd, we said, right?
Oh yeah. It's wide release now. Yeah.
Okay. Gotta go.
Okay,
I
so
advise you check it out, man, when you have a time.
I don't know if I'm gonna see it, to be honest. I don't think I care.
Really?
Yeah, I just don't know if I want to see it now. It's weird.
Wow. Okay.
I was really intrigued by it, but now I just don't know. I don't think I care. Only for Brendan Fraser would I do it, but I don't know. Just
Right.
I'm not. I would like. I want to go see Avatar again this week, possibly, and so it's like I'm not gonna go, see The Whale instead. But I did see Violent Night on the 23rd for my second time. I took Walker and his buddy, so like I would see that, but I didn't want to go see. Logan doesn't care about fat people. Yeah, fuck fat people. I don't know. But okay, number 5 for me is Everything Everywhere All at Once. I think that movie is really good. I don't love it near as much
Sweet
as
Christmas.
the guy over here to my left. It's
all right.
just pretty good. I think it's fine. There's so many people that think it's a masterpiece. I did see it twice, and I liked it better the second time, but it's still, I think it's way too long. And I think it's just good. I think it's pretty dang good. So I was flipping that into Avatar. I might like Avatar more, but in terms of performances,
Sweet Christmas.
it puts Everything Everywhere before that. So
Speaking of those blue motherfuckers, I didn't know fucking Kate Winslet was the queen. I found that out very
Yes.
recently. 'Cause I was trying to figure out, I was like, where the fuck was she in this whole movie?
even had her mole, which is pretty fucking stupid.
I was trying to figure that shit out. They said Kate Winslet, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
Where? That was a fucking sneak. And
Isn't that funny?
meanwhile, this bitch is the queen. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's
shit.
right.
Okay.
It's weird. It's weird to make like the Islanders, and then have the queen be a white lady. It's like, all right, weird casting. But Cameron going back with his roster.
Right. I'm surprised fucking Leonardo wasn't hiding back there somewhere.
Well, he's expensive. All right, what's your number 4?
Okay. What's my number 4? Oh,
The Onion Made of Glass.
Oh my
for me.
god.
Yeah.
Okay.
I fucking love this movie. It's not the first one because you can't hit what it was, but to me, it's not far behind. But I fucking love it. It's more This one to me, and you can see they had a lot more fun with this. In terms of the tone, it's a lot more fun. It's a lot more. Benoit gets to just be, not outlandish, but just let loose and have fun and be a little bit more comedic and stuff like that, which I really liked. I just love the setting of it better, the feel of it better. Not better than the first, but like why I love this movie. It was just a really great fucking time for me, and it was fun. And I like that it averted expectations a little bit, where the first movie was, the reasoning behind everything was like serious and this and that and boom. And the first one was just, this motherfucker is stupid. Like, this is what's happened. Like, I love that averted expectation part of it. So that's number 4 for me.
Gotcha. And I now see Devin said that he was saying you're smoking dick for having the Batman at 6, which I agree. So that was your number 4. Is Glass Onion?
Yes.
Number 4 for me is The Woman King.
Good on you, sir.
Yeah, damn good movie, obviously.
Good on you, sir.
Really enjoy it. It's one that I wish I could have seen again. But highly recommend it. It's I'll probably buy that shit on Blu-ray type of scenario. Performances are fantastic.
Bought that shit the other day.
So yeah, The Woman King. I know that this man will have that here soon, so I'm gonna let him talk a little bit more about it whenever that shows up. But for me, that's number 4.
Yeah, and it's pissing me off because all these fucking reactors on YouTube, like the movies, I'm like, bitch, react to the fucking Woman King. Y'all are racist as shit now. Fucking watch it. Because I already know like it will make for like great fucking content.
It's great
for them as well.
Yeah, that's a good reaction. First watch, get that shit on video. Yeah,
absolutely. So for me, number 3 is The Woman King.
Figured.
Yeah. Goddamn fucking phenomenal, man. I cried. I was badass feeling. I was hype. It was just beautiful to see all these chocolate ass women on screen, whooping ass, beautiful performances. The score, holy shit. It was just amazing. They didn't shy away from shit, even though people don't understand history or anything. What they're fucking talking about was saying stupid shit.
And people won't watch it because they don't know. They think that it's like glorifying it, when like if you just go watch it, it explains it all. Which I gotta admit, Elvis is the same. By the way, for you wouldn't see it, and like they literally talk about like it's a big part that he steals the music from, black people and tiny little dive bars. And they're like, hey, no one will ever hear this song unless you sing it. Will you take my song? And he's like, yeah, I'll sing it. And so like it's similar, but like Woman King, it got so much fucking hate.
Yeah.
And it is literally the fucking movie. They are giving their people away. And so and they don't fucking want to do it anymore. But like,
it's like, I'm
watch
good.
Like, it's crazy how people.
If you want accuracy, go watch a fucking documentary or make one about it.
Exactly.
It's not
The
Hollywood
Woman
works.
King is a damn good movie for anyone watching this right now. Legitimately, you will enjoy it. Please go see it. Performances are fantastic. What's the
fucking Asana Lynch? Dear God.
Absolutely phenomenal in the movie.
I am Suzuki.
She's funny.
Yeah.
She's bad fucking ass, and has a lot of heart. So
I cried like a bitch in that movie. A few times.
Love it. Please, people, watch that guy.
Yeah, I remember.
What you got?
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna add to that, to the reactions part. There was one reaction channel that I watched that actually fucking did it, and it was so great to fucking watch his reaction. Bro, that whole latter half of that film, he's just tears everywhere. Just fucking, you go, like, go ahead, go. Yeah, it's just,
that's right.
I was like, I need more people to see this shit.
Right.
But sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. Number 3 for me is Bullet Train.
Nice.
Love Bullet Train. I own it I own the Steelbook.
I still gotta get it.
I legitimately have so much fun with this movie. It's one that it's like a Violent Night, but obviously Violent Night's a little bit more like meant to be done. But this one also is, but at the same time has fantastic performances, fantastic chemistry, especially between
Tangerine.
Yeah, I mean, fucking incredible.
Jesus, yeah.
Those two. And yes, by the end, you get this crazy, batshit CG weirdness and whatever for a little bit. And guess what? It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And it works like a motherfucker. If people have not seen Bullet Train, please go see it. It's funny that I have a movie like Bullet Train higher than you. Because usually that would be like, it's very much so like the tone that I feel like Fast and Furious should be,
Right.
with what's actually in the movies.
Right.
And that's the thing, is like they set out to make that and have so much fun with it. I just watched the bloopers of it, and oh my god, Brian Tyree Henry is fucking hilarious.
I haven't watched the bloopers. I always come across it, but I'd never watched it.
Oh my god, like he's just drilling Brad Pitt with lines that are not in the movie, because they're just letting him like ramble. And there's a part in it because the whole point is they've met before, and Brad Pitt's like, "You shot me," and he's like, "Yeah, I shot you." And Brad Pitt says, "You shot me twice." and then in the bloopers he goes, "Should have shot you a third time." And like everybody, like the whole fucking train starts dying laughing because they're not expecting that. And it's just fucking great. Absolutely fantastic.
And it's like I agree, like it should be, but this list, it was hard because I was trying to go for more like
The Woman King's a better movie than Bullet Train.
Right.
But I enjoy Bullet Train more. Have a lot more fun with it. And so it's just a personal preference kind of thing.
Right.
Out of all of these, The Woman King is the one that should win an Oscar or get nominated type of situation for the movie. But it won't, and that's sad.
About the only one. But yeah, but it would be because Bullet Train is fucking infinitely more fun than majority of these fucking things.
Yeah. Yeah. Where's Halloween Ends on your list?
Yeah. Fuck that movie 5 times over.
Sorry.
Fuck that one with a shattered glass fucking dildo.
Yeah. Ugh. How's The Northman? The Northman's good, just not worth top 10.
Good. Yeah.
It's very long.
Yeah.
And slow. But
yeah.
It's good. It's
good.
Good.
Beautiful cinematography.
Oh my god.
Great performances, all that type of, that's what holds it over.
Correct. Honorable mention though.
Yeah, for sure. My number 2 is possibly, by number standards, the best fucking movie of the year. Top Gun. Maverick is my number 2. Boy, oh fucking boy. This movie is just, you talk about obsession. That's another one. I was like, this film just would never just leave any part of me. It's just, it had no goddamn business being that fucking amazing, that fucking perfect, of just like blockbuster movie here. Perfect. I'm like, what the fuck? It was just phenomenal. And Tom Cruise, being Tom Cruise, putting jets in the fucking air, saying, here you go, audience, here you go, movies. Thank you for coming. We're giving you this shit. And I'm like, dear God, thank you for all of it. Nostalgia, perfect. Soundtrack, music, for everything. It's just, oh, dear God.
Yeah.
Thank you to Tom Cruise. Thank you very much.
We see eye to eye on this one. Number 2 is Top Gun Maverick for me as well.
Yeah.
You're completely right. It has no business being this good. This was one that I was lucky enough to see early, with the press thing, and other press had seen it already, like in New York, in LA, kind of things. Like, I want to say I remember like Christian Harloff was like, "No, this might literally be perfect," and I was like, "What the fuck?" And this was also one very cool experience to be able to take Walker to Dallas to see it early. It was an IMAX, and we just sat down and got fucking blown away.
Yes.
For over 2 hours. It's a phenomenal experience. I saw it many times in theaters, IMAX only.
Same.
Every
time it re-released, go see
it. It's fucking fantastic. Immediate 4K Blu-ray Steelbook buy scenario. And I love it. I legitimately love it. Do I want a sequel to it? No. Like,
leave it.
Don't
right
fucking
there.
touch it.
Leave
But
it right there.
Oh my god, Top Gun fucking Maverick.
It's fucking
like,
perfect, dude. Like
legitimately, this is horrible to say, but like this is that one that before it came out, I was like, if Top Gun Maverick is somebody's favorite movie of the year, they like that yellow guy with the, like it's like they're one of them. And
God damn.
And it's like, because it's like you would think that it would be glorifying America bullshit, and it's like, no, it's just fucking incredible. Like, it's got the heart, it's got humor, and it's got unbelievable stunts, action, suspense. Everything hits. That, like you said, the score is there. Direction is top tier. Like, a lot of people don't realize that direction to get everything the way it does.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
And they innovated a lot to make this shit too.
Yes, massively. I also agree, Kenya. Top Gun Maverick should be an annual 4th of July release.
Yes.
In IMAX. Like, just block that shit off.
It might, to be honest with you.
Like, correct. I mean, they're
smart.
So damn good.
And that last 20 minutes, out of everything in this fucking list, the year, whatever, that last 20 minutes is the only movie that have me so fucking tense.
Oh,
like,
God,
just like,
yeah.
holy fuck, what is about to happen?
Right.
Just no goddamn sound, fly through these fucking cans with everything going. It was just holy shit. And the last, that fucking carrier scene, man, you just hit with everything. Happiness, fucking man tears, fucking I had it all on that last fucking carrier scene. I was like, this is fuck Jesus. The movie is just amazing, bro. Like,
and
how?
And Poopy Pants, I see you in the chat here asking, does seeing the original,
I saw that,
make the new one better, or does it matter? And
I think it matters.
I think that if you watch Top Gun 2 without it, you'll still love it.
Yeah.
But legitimately, you could watch a YouTube video about the first Top Gun and get the same situation. For the most part, like any kind of like summary will give you all you need to know. Because like, no spoiler that Goose dies.
And it does a good job of filling you in anyway.
Exactly.
Film, yeah.
But like, I think about the piano scene. I obviously think about oh god, what's the guy that has the throat cancer?
Oh, Iceman. Well, Val Kilmer, but yeah.
Like watching the first one will help you with Val Kilmer, with the ending of that movie, and then into this one. But like, you
and it'll actually let you know who Penny is too.
Yeah, correct. That's correct.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you could walk into Top Gun 2 and fucking enjoy yourself massively. So, does it help? Yes. Do you need to? I'm gonna say no. Like, that's how good of a movie it is.
I would agree. I would tend to agree, but I would lean a little bit more towards that you should, just because I feel like those moments of, like, not necessarily, it is nostalgia, but some of those things hit differently when you know and seen the first one. Those moments just hit you so much harder, and I feel like if you want that overall experience, I would see it first.
Because even just going to how Goose dies, and then in that climax at the end, and it's like, hey, if something happens, you need to pull that over, and then pull it. It's not working, and it's like, oh my god, is the same fucking shit about to happen here? Like, what you were saying is like gripping onto your fucking seat, tense, and
just hearing the engines go, baby. It's like, fuck,
absolutely incredible. So Top Gun Maverick, we both love it. Second favorite of the year.
We both love it. The first Batman with nips, which is very true, and it pisses me off that George Clooney gets the flack for that.
Gets all the shit.
Fucking Val Kilmer that actually had that shit. But to me, that scene with them is still one of my favorites of the year.
Sure.
Between him and Iceman, I'm just like, fucking shit, man. It's so goddamn good. But yeah, Top Gun is just amazing. I might watch that shit after here now because I'm just so. Okay, so my number one, obvious, is Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. This is just, for me, it's another just bit of phenomenal film, in filmmaking, directing. It hits and resonates on so many just life lessons, choices. Just it hit me personally, because it deals with a lot, and it lends a lot perfectly out throughout the story while still putting this shit together and somehow making fucking sense. It's led beautifully by fucking Michelle Yeoh. The action is amazing. You know, the martial arts, the choreography, the score, the editing. Holy fuck. Like, just the whole movie to me is just beautiful. And it has this aspect, it has its moments of just pure chaos of what the fuck is happening. But you can take a scene with two rocks and make it one of the most beautiful fucking scenes we had this year. Like, it's just, I love that film. Fuck you. But
that's the thing. Like, for me, like the Rock stuff, that's where I'm like, oh yeah, this is an A24 movie, and like,
gorgeous.
They don't care if something doesn't completely work. They'll just let their directors do it, kind of thing.
Man, for me, it
like,
all works, brother.
Because if you had cut all that out, oh my god, the movie would have flown.
I don't need to flow. Let it sit here. It's all working. Sit me in here and let it go.
But it's funny though, because Walker and I were like, do you really think he's going to put everything everywhere all at once as number one? And I was like, no, there's no way, because it's nowhere near as good as Top Gun or Batman. But here we are. I can't wait to hear. Now I'm very excited for the Oscar stuff, because you're just going to be fucking mad, because it's not going to get the love that you want. But that's all right, because you know what movie will also not get the love? The fucking Batman, which is my number one movie of the year.
Right.
I mean, first of all,
definitely won't. Yeah.
The biggest negative about the Batman is the release date. That should have been an October film. It would have done loads better, not only I think financially, but also awards wise, because sadly people are forgetting about it.
I don't think it'll do good financially, but I do think it'll be better award wise though.
Yeah,
I definitely say that.
When I say financially, I mean like Violent Night. People would have not gone to see Halloween Ends because they could have been watching the Batman and get that creepy vibe in October type of feel.
Don't even mention that other movie.
Yeah, exactly. Like it would have easily beat that fucker out. But yeah, the Batman for me, I'm very surprised at how low it is for you. And while I will say, in terms of like pure enjoyment and fun, Top Gun's better.
Yeah.
But like that's not the point of the Batman, obviously. Rewatchability, to make it fun, Top Gun's better. But like to find details, the Batman is, they're very different.
Yeah.
But the Batman for me is number one for sure. Truly movie that I love, even though it's very similar to something like The Last Jedi for me, where it almost challenges the dumb fans too much, to where they're like, it's long and like slow, and it's like, yeah, it's fucking incredible. Like, just watch what's on screen and quit thinking about how long you've sat in the chair. Like, you're gonna get to a point where it's incredible. You just got to let yourself think about it. But I truly love it. Performances in it are fantastic. The Riddler's great. Obviously, Pattinson kills it. Still one of the most satisfying days whenever you saw it and you were like, all right, he fucking did it. Like, you just had, because it was satisfying, not because like I told you so type of thing, but it was just because like I know how much it's the opposite of Wakanda Forever, where those are your two characters, and you were massively nervous about both. One you went into and you were like, oh my god, he did it, and the other one, while you still love it, I'm glad that you do. It's like it's a lot more rocky. And so but that satisfaction of like getting to hear you, John fucking Knight, like that's the point of your your name. It's like, I love that you loved the movie, and I'm surprised it's not as high, but I think a part of it is when it came out. Like, even now, like I don't remember all the details that I should, because
Right.
I've seen Top Gun a lot more recently than I've seen the Batman.
I think it does play to that for sure. Because just other movies that came out, obviously, I was just
Exactly.
like, holy fuck.
It's the
like,
first movie of
oh
the
my
year I
God.
think I saw. Like,
Yeah. Definitely. I think it would be, if it would, I would be, if more recent, it would be a lot tougher to put it where it is. The other
Yeah.
films I would obviously still probably like more or have more fun with. But
exactly.
because the Batman is such a heavy, I guess you want to call it, feel of a film, like
Right.
the rewatchability isn't so excited to jump back in. It's like, I want to watch the fucking Batman. But if you do, it's like, holy shit, this is the fucking Batman. It's great.
That's right.
And it's funny. It is one of my, that is one of the things I attach to this film as well, is my turnaround of that and being so surprised. And like, I did really like his Batman. His Bruce, I'm still kind of like, okay, whatever.
Right.
I want to see the growth. We'll do whatever or whatever. But I'm just kind of not there for his Bruce like that. But the Batman, I'm like, this shit is fucking very different. And it works a lot. Because just the shit that motherfucker was doing with his eyes alone in the kill, I'm just like, great.
Exactly. I hear you.
I'm still not a fan of the suit, but it works in the world that he's doing.
That's true.
So I was like, okay, fine. But I really did. It's a fucking great movie. You can't deny that. And like I said, the Batmobile scene is like, Jesus. The reveal is great. The scene itself isn't anything to be like, holy shit.
That's where I'm at. Everybody creams over the Batmobile scene. It doesn't do that much for me because I'm not big on car chases. Like,
I am. I love car chases. That's why this one was very weak. But it was just the opening of like the zooming and I'm like, that's
exactly
great. But from there, I'm like, okay.
But like, I personally think if it had come out in October-ish time, like it probably should have, like it was originally planned, but this would have been last year. But like, I truly think like it could have gotten a Best Picture nod in terms of like a nomination, at least something like editing. Directing is a tighter thing, but like the direction truly is the incredibleness of it. Like the fact that everything is put together to where it's like a glass onion, but it's Batman. Like you have these twists and turns, you have these details that you need to catch in this monstrous, beautiful movie that is also so ugly to look at. You know, like, and that's the point. Like I love
ugly.
it. So yeah, the Batman for me, although I have not watched it since the theater, but I watched it 5 or 6 times in theaters.
Well,
like, so that's the thing.
I watched it once on HBO Max, and then that was I haven't watched it since. What was I gonna say? With the I don't know how many nominations are gonna do for Best Picture, but I definitely think the Batman should be thrown in there. If they're going like the 10 route or whatever the fuck.
Oh, sure, that's right. I forget they do that sometimes.
Yeah, then they can definitely throw that in there for sure. It should be. But we'll see. Oscar time is going to be very, very interesting.
I just gotta. I know this is probably but Batman's gonna install the inject Ocito, cuz. You go inject him into the
He's
seat?
gonna inject him into the seat, or inject the seat into him, and then he'll like maybe
just go up his ass, huh?
Inject Ocito.
Why could I have seen that in the Fast and Furious where somebody's like, "That's the wrong word," and Tyrese is like, "Oh shit!" Like, could have worked.
Abbreviate. It's not a word. That just reminded me of Glass Onion. Sorry. But yeah, which we get a trailer for Fast X in February. So I'm very curious.
Uh-oh.
We will see. Vin Diesel just made like the official post. I'm like, we already knew that. Why do you gotta tell us that? Fucking Timo, we already knew. So we shall see. But all right, that is the best of 2022. Now, just for shits and fucking giggles, because we did that, I feel it's only right. We obviously don't have a list for this shit, but I just want to spitfire shit that you can think of. The worst fucking films of this goddamn year.
Thor: Love and
It's
Thunder.
only right. Well, that we haven't covered already.
Oh,
That you can think of,
shit.
like within the best of like worst of the year. What can you think of? I got a lot of spitfire already just right off fucking
Okay,
top.
go
I wanna
for
know
it.
what
Go
y'all-
for it. What you got?
I'd like to say X. I'd like to say Pearl. I'd like to say Halloween fucking ends. Let me see. I have to think diving more, but those are definitely
Oh, Babylon.
dog shit assholes.
I
I haven't seen it yet, so I can't say
I
that.
I really and like, no, it's not dog shit, but also like an absolute 100% waste of time. Like like if I'm going to watch a movie for the story, it doesn't have it. Like it really doesn't have it. That's the problem. So like you gotta realize, like, you're talking to somebody that didn't see Morbius. Like, so like,
Oh, Morbius.
you know what I mean? So that's the thing, is like, if the movie has bad reviews, I'm probably not gonna watch it. I just watched Babylon before it came out, so there were no real reviews. But I'm scrolling through the whole thing here. What else you got? You got any other ones that are?
I would have to think. But those are the ones that just came up to mind.
I just fucking hating that. They're just abysmal
To my eyeballs.
and just like
Gotcha.
I just get away from me. Like that's what it is. I would have to say Halloween Ends is the biggest disappointment.
What about Jurassic World?
It was shit.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it was one of the worst. Like it was shit, but it wasn't dog shit.
Gotcha.
Disappointing as well. But Halloween Ends for me was just the most disappointing fucking film of the year and just dog shit stupid. Outside of Pearl and X and all that dumb shit. A lot of Black Adams. Oh my.
Day Shift,
Didn't watch it.
which was Netflix.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that movie's so bad. Black Adam is very true. Prey, fucking awful.
Prey, I do not agree with. It's
It's
not great, but not fucking
awful.
worst of the year. Oh my god.
I mean, it's up there. Prey's worse than Black Adam, for sure.
See, Black Adam, I think gets a lot of. It's not great by any fucking means. And the more and more I watch it, the more flaws I do see.
Right. That's
But like, goddamn, I don't think that's fucking harsh. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's dog shito, but it's like, that's what I give. That's what I think of when it comes to Black Adam. Like,
so
it gets that.
dog shit's, I guess, not necessarily true, but in terms of what you were saying about Halloween Ends, massive disappointment. I mean,
Yeah.
massive disappointment.
Yeah.
So that's more so, I guess, what my
It's
my feelings are towards it.
I saw potential in it, like going forward. I guess now that shit is just fucking done, and The Rock will come back at some point as Black Adam in a multiversal thing, but he's definitely not getting his own fucking movie. He wasn't the problem for me, and there's characters I want to see come back. The coolest motherfucker that they killed off. So I'm like, you better find a way to bring him the fuck back, which is Dr. Fate, but I don't fucking know.
What about
Oh,
Hellraiser?
Men was fucking shit. Thank you, Kenya. Men was shit.
Oh, I remember you did hate that.
Oh God, A24, a product of the bitch. Shit.
Fantastic Beasts didn't even give a shit to see.
Did you see Hellraiser?
I did. Annoying.
Okay.
It's not the year's worst by any means.
Okay.
But it's bad. And that's the main character.
Yeah, I haven't seen any other one.
Morbius is shit. Let's see, I'm trying to think of what else.
Texas Chainsaw was bad, but the kills were great. I'm very simple with that. If I can find entertainment and shit, I'm like, cool. At least I had a good time with this. This redeeming quality was cool. But some of these films, just like, I'm just no. And Morbius is definitely fucking one of them.
That was, dear God. Be grateful you did not see that movie.
I mean, you still can if you want to, if you're feeling up to it. And
I mean, I'm good, I think. I don't. That's the whole thing, is like, it's a weird thing to pride myself about. I really shouldn't, but like, I try to not go see bad movies. Like I don't want to support them financially, especially something like Morbius, especially because you and I feel very similarly about like Venom 2.
Yes.
And we helped make that movie money, and it told Sony like, let's continue with this stuff, and it's like, fuck my life. I can't believe that I have to be able to say that I helped with that. And so with Morbius, like I just heard, and like that's what's funny is from what I hear, and you can tell me otherwise, but Morbius is not as bad as Venom 2 for most people. Enjoyment value? I mean, I would...
No, they're wrong.
Really?
Yes.
Because you legitimately hated Venom 2.
I did, but I still had Venom and Eddie to get me through the shit of entertaining. Like, they still works.
Okay.
Morbius? I'm just
Not
like, what
bad,
the
huh?
fuck am I watching?
Okay.
Jared Leto, sure, he's not the problem, but sometimes he is. But I'm just like, there's nothing redeeming about Morbius.
Okay.
It's just like, what? Like, story-wise, just like linear, like what they're trying to set up, their own rules, everything is just fucking stupid and just falls in on itself. Like, did y'all forget what y'all wrote and set up and did this? And this doesn't make fucking sense. This is stupid. Smile was asked bad. Was asked too. That's incorrect. But you're saying Morbius isn't bad, so I can't go too far on that one. Smile is actually really damn good. The ending falls apart. The soundtrack is fucking phenomenal. Well, the score, I should say. It just loses at the end by falling to every trope of horror films these days. And that's annoying. But beautifully shot. Score is great. The performances are amazing. Did not know the lead actress is Kevin Bacon's daughter. So I'm like, holy shit.
Oh, wow. That's funny.
Right. I was like, what?
Had
Given
no
that her name
idea.
is Susie or Sosie Bacon. But I just thought, oh, her last name is just fucking Bacon. Nope, she's the Bacon. So I'm like, okay, got it. But it's a good movie.
Okay.
The first Venom was fun. The second one found a way to suck the shit out of it. Let me see what else they put in. Leto wasn't the problem of Morbius. It's just dumb. And one of the worst
that's one thing that's crazy too, though, is like it's fine to like one more than the other, but it does say something to the fact of we had 2 comic book movies this year that were getting such bad word of mouth before release that they spoiled the after credit scene to try to get people hyped.
And it was shit and didn't even make sense.
And that's Morbius and that's Black Adam. So that's kind of wild. Both obviously massive disappointments for most people. So I think that's it's strange that like that's apparently a tactic, when the fucking Rock is like, hey, we got Superman in this thing. Just wait till after the credits. And it's like,
but that's the thing, even if the movie's good, The Rock still spoils shit. So I can't even put that on.
Well,
and that's what pisses me off about The Rock sometimes. I'm like, dude, stop.
But at the same
talking.
time, like that was a marketing tactic that like I guess the point I'm trying to make is The Rock would say that, and then the studio would go to that outlet and say, don't release that until 3 days after release, type of thing, whenever there's a true spoiler that they don't want out there. And instead the studio was saying, no, this is what we want out there because people are disappointed in the movie, but the after credit scene will get them excited. Everybody loves Henry Cavill. And like, it's just so crazy that he ain't fucking Superman anymore. That is wild as fuck.
That's honestly really fucking stupid. I'm not gonna hold you.
I've said it before. I think it's probably gonna end up being the right decision, but I can be sad right now. But at the same time, if all we were gonna get him for was some shit to do with Black Adam, don't bring him back.
That wasn't gonna be the case.
I never want to see Black Adam again. And I think it's actually possible that we don't, which would be incredible.
I don't think we are. I just think they're the professionalism of the two. It's like, yeah,
Exactly.
it's fucking
Down the line,
great.
maybe
Love
some.
him. Down the line, we can do something. Who knows? I don't think it's gonna happen. I think you should, because again, The Rock to me wasn't the problem, nor that character of Black Adam. I think that's a great threat for DC and all that shit, and it could have been something different in the hands of Gunn and everybody else in a different direction. But I don't know. It's this James Gunn shit is I need to see something, because you're
Is the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker not enough for you?
No, I mean, like, I need to see something like what the fuck you're gonna do now with DC, like what's happening,
right.
because you're doing such a fucking
What-
job.
I
Like,
mean-
you're killing a lot of shit.
I mean, for
So
me,
that's
I got to
it.
be honest, because what it sounds like now is that he's not going to do this, but I will be massively disappointed if he does not replace Gal Gadot, because I truly hate her as Wonder Woman. I think she's awful. She is the worst part of Wonder Woman and Wonder Woman 84. I mean, well, Pedro Pascal's
That's
really
not
bad.
what I was like. She is not the worst part of.
But
Wait a
I guess
minute.
the point is Pedro Pascal was directed to be that bad, whereas she's directed to be really great and can't pull it off.
It just concerns me. Everything that's great. Well, the two main things that are great about DC that's working, that's amazing. You're fucking just boop, getting rid of. You're giving us basically another young Superman.
What are you talking about? What's the two things? So Superman.
Oh,
obviously.
Henry and Ben. So those two motherfuckers just.
Ben is already out.
We don't know what was happening. He was showing signs of coming back. We don't know what the fuck is. Now
He
he's
wants
supposed
to
to
come
come back for
to
directing.
direct. Yeah.
Right, which I'm all
Quit trying to
great
make
for.
this man get ripped again. He doesn't want to be fucking Batman.
We don't. And that time he didn't. We don't know. He's been giving hope. Again, I don't care what you do, but he's been giving us hope.
I actually
lately.
love
I
to
was
see
like,
how mad Poopy Pants is. I didn't realize he was such a bitch. That's fantastic.
Gunn is going to make Superman. What the fuck?
He's over here saying he thinks James Gunn's going to kill the DCU, mark his words, and then he's going to make Superman a lesbian transvestite. It's like, okay.
What the? That's
I-
stupid.
Poopy Pants, you're really showing yourself here, my boy. I didn't know you were a fucking bitch.
Right. What the fuck is happening?
God, you scared little baby.
So we'll see. I'm like, I don't want to. Please don't give me another fucking origin Superman story. We're going fucking young. And apparently, he's still going to know that Batman's going to be a very huge part again of the DC.
I saw
going
someone
forward.
say this, and this was interesting because I kind of agree.
Mm.
To reboot Batman if you're going to do it, but give us a Batman like already in his prime or like about to be that already has a Robin.
I don't want
Because that's something we've never gotten, and we need something that's
Still don't
drastically
want it.
different from the Batman, and we obviously don't want our boy
Still don't want it.
what so you want just the same shit over and over again.
I don't want to see Robin on a fucking screen ever.
What?
You can give me Nightwing, but I don't want no fucking Robin on a screen ever.
You cannot do Nightwing without Robin first.
We can jump in there and give a
No, you
backstory
fucking
real quick,
can't.
a flashback. We'll make it work.
That's
I don't
ridiculous.
fucking care. Make it work. But Robin
They're
to me has
not
always
doing
been
J.J.
one
Abrams'
of the
Black
must
Superman.
fucking. They're not. Robin has always just been an embarrassing crutch to me live action for fucking Robin. I don't. It's just. I don't know. Just give me fucking Nightwing. Give a flashback
Like,
to the story. It's fine.
If you want a Red Hood at some point, if you want a Nightwing at some point, like you gotta have Robin.
do the fucking. Well, you would know if. Did you watch the Red Hood DC?
Yes.
Before I talk shit at you? Okay, fine. So the way they did that, great. Establish fucking Red Hoods right here, and then give us sprinkle out with beautiful directing and storytelling on how the fuck they came to be.
That's the
bro.
only way
And
you
I'm
do a
great.
one-off.
Yep, and
Can't-
they keep Jason coming down the past. That's in the future and pop up at Red Hood.
Abraham, James Gunn is doing his own Superman script, you dumb fuck. Like, do y'all not pay attention to fucking anything? How much you want to bet me? Bet me $1,000 fucking dollars. I'll put it up right now. I don't even have the money, and I'll still do it. Going in my goddamn savings. I will bet you whatever the fuck you want to bet that they're not gonna do J.J. Abrams' Black Superman script. God damn it. Fucking idiots out here, man. We'll fuck all of you up.
Hi, calm down, fucking
Golly,
relax.
man. It's just I mean, he's in my chat, so like he should know better. Like that's the whole thing. It's like Poopy and him are both in my chat. Like, nah, this is my fucking chat. Quit saying dumb shit. Like, I don't need you to ever fucking watch another second of me. Go spit your dumb shit somewhere else.
Hi,
Go to that Tyrone Magnus, my boy.
Take a breath.
He'll listen to that transvestite bullshit.
Oh no, well that's fucking fucking stupid. But the lion's out of the cage. Wusa, bring it back. Tame the motherfucker. Your pressure points. All that shit. Oh God, I love your crazy ass. I could not.
I mean, you see, I ain't saying shit anymore.
Dear God,
Job's done. We've gotten
what's he
Batman in
saying?
his prime 3 times already. It's like, okay, but that's the point. Is we're
Batman's
current
a
that
fucking gangster.
how long ago was that? Oh, 89? It's like, yeah, we need to go
Or 90s.
like
Fine. And the most recent one we did have wasn't really the best showing of a prime Batman, which is the Batman trilogy. To this day, the movies are fucking phenomenal. But Batman in general, it's like, this Batman could be better because he fights like ass. And he's not really that fucking genius or fucking smart. Like, I'm just like, it's fucking ass. Huh?
Our poor Batman, he's getting his ass kicked. But he'll build up to it. Ours.
Oh, the
good one that's happening currently.
Yeah, that man just is gonna get fucking mollywopped all over the place, but he's still
Poopy Pants. You know what else was already done? Batgirl. They shot the fucking thing and still trashed it. Like, I mean,
which sucks. I really want to see that for Brandon, but fuck.
He got the whale. He'll get some other shit.
Yeah, he's fine. Hollywood Report is not credible, nor a Screen Rant. For what? What are we talking about with credibility here?
They're saying that the Black Superman script is going to happen and shit.
Oh, girl, that's just not happening.
Well, that's the whole point. Is you're saying what reporters have said, but then James Gunn has said otherwise. Like, reports were said that they have already thrown out J.J. Abrams' script. He's no longer with DC. Like, if you actually read legitimate reports, all of that was prior to the James Gunn takeover.
Yeah. And I'm glad, because I don't want him doing that fucking shit anyway.
No, of course not. Jesus
I don't
Christ.
want him doing that
Awful.
shit any fucking way. Yeah, it's really.
You want to talk about somebody that will come in and destroy your franchise? Look at Star Wars. And look at that fucking name.
Yeah. Yes. Greatly. But we'll just see. I don't know what the fucking future is. I just need James Gunn to give me something, because he's pulling big shit and kicking everybody the fuck out and not telling me what you're giving it with. I need you to give me something. But January, we're gonna find all.
Yeah, correct. And it's a thing
out.
of, I'm intrigued because my personal opinion is if you're gonna do it, you got to reboot everything. But from a business standpoint, it does make no sense to reboot something like Aquaman.
Yeah.
That's making billions of dollars.
Right.
But like I said, if you want to do a DCEU, you got to reboot the whole thing. Like, how would you do a young Superman and then still have this badass Aquaman running around? It's like, you can't have Aquaman be cooler. Like, I feel like this Aquaman would kick a young Superman's ass somehow. Like, even though it doesn't make sense, it's just like he would just like outman him. Like, what's up, little boy?
Yeah,
it's like, I don't know.
I think we're just getting younger versions of everyone.
Yeah,
and just building from there, which is cool. I just need to know who the fuck are gonna cast for all these things now.
I know, right? Jesus,
that's the question.
Like, whoever comes in to play a young Superman, that's gonna be a tough fucking gig, my guy.
Or fucking young Batman. Young Batman.
Sure. I don't know, man. That is
because you have two big ass fucking shoes to fill with both Batman and fucking Superman. Coming off two motherfuckers that are like, some say are fucking goated with the shit. So it's like, figure it out.
That's why I'm not upset if they legitimately made Ben come back and him never don the suit again. But like,
not mad at that.
But they just make him the old Batman, and they do Nightwing, Red Hood, Batgirl,
Beyond,
you know, like
one.
Yeah, of course. Right. Which that is one thing that was apparently scrapped, which I would have been interested to see, but it was Keaton.
Yeah.
Keaton. But I would like to, because my personal opinion is I don't want to see another Batman besides the Batman. Like, I want a trilogy at least of that, and I don't need competing. And so that's why I was saying, like, they need something that's a completely different era of Batman than what the Batman is, and that's already young Batman. Because you don't want them competing. That's the last thing with Batman fans. It's always a comparison, and so it make them two completely different franchises if you're gonna do it. But my personal choice would be to not have a Batman at all in the DCEU.
Impossible. That would never happen.
And that's what I mean, is that's the whole thing. So if you're gonna make the dumb decision to literally have competition within your own studio, at least be smart enough to make them so drastically different in time to where they're as far from competition as possible, but share the same name.
Right. We'll see. I think this one will be even probably younger than Pattinson's.
I don't think so.
I think it'll be late 20s, maybe. I think we'll get into, and all the heroes will kind of start from there and build. So that's time when we get our fucking Justice Leagues and all this other shit. You have actors that can carry on for some time and not age the fuck out.
But that's really why quick. That's why I think if your idea is sound, I would say already age out Batman and go off of the rest of the Bat family. But let the Batman, let Bruce Wayne still be a big part of it, and let him be the overseer, and let him be that guy.
No,
where
of course.
James Gunn said, what he said recently is still true about, he's very important in the future of the DCU kind of thing.
Right. And that's the same shit I've been saying since get-go. It's like, have Ben come in as the fucking ambassador, like running shit and ushering all this new shit, which is gonna be weird because now you're going with a fucking younger Superman. So now you're just gonna have to be like, hey, we still have Ben, but he's not the same Batman before. He's a whole new thing now, but he's older, and now he's ushering all these people. He found Superman, and he wants to fucking do it. Like, I'm granted that could work. You can go, oh man, Batman is. You can have Ben direct whatever the fuck he wants. Don't have to be in the cowl. He can I could just walk around on set and be like, okay, action, film me, saying these lines and do my shit and be out.
Because
which is great and could work.
While I don't think it's ever been done before, and I don't necessarily think I love it. But in terms of making something that could work, if you're already gonna do a young Superman, which we've seemed to be confirmed from Gunn himself, like, could you not have in a storyline scenario? Like, obviously, like I see kind of what Kenya's saying, where you could have Affleck kind of mentor Superman.
I really like that idea, actually.
But also, couldn't you have, a Batman like that, and then have a Jason Todd be around the same age as Superman, and kind of sub out Batman for a Nightwing in certain storylines, and just kind of, that way it would be kind of cool to have.
Yeah, it would be.
Bruce Wayne be the Justice League head, and his replacement is running around with Superman, things like that. Like, I feel like it could work if they do. I don't know if that's ever been done before, because why would it? Obviously, Batman, Superman are always around the same time, but if you're going to try to keep someone who obviously works, that's the whole thing, is when it comes to Ben Affleck, I personally think he works a lot better as Bruce Wayne than he does as Batman for me. And so if you're gonna keep him, keep him in that fucking dapper ass suit, slick his hair back, and let him be a fucking, leader, because that's kind of what he is, So,
and he's in great 50-year-old shape now. Like he's not like Jack, but he's still like shape. He has
He gonna,
figure.
yeah, he gonna look good in a suit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. So I'm just like, let's rock it out, man, and just have him be that badass Bruce. And it's like, listen, I'm gonna whip all you motherfuckers up into shape because we need to do this. And if any of y'all talk back, I'm slapping the taste out of your mouth. God or not, son. So I do this on a daily. And I'm like, that's what's up. And then that's all you gotta do. But we'll see. James has me worried. Not worried, but I just need to know what the fuck is going on.
Right.
You're doing so much, and there's like 50 reports coming out every goddamn week that you're saying fake, not true. This just tell us what the fuck is going on, man.
That's what's gonna be wild is when we get a true slate from them. I mean, because that's my whole thing is like, we'll know pretty quick if Gunn's gonna run into the ground, which I'm not saying it's not possible, because
it's very possible.
I mean, out of the two of us and out of the people in the chat, like, I first of all fucking hate Peacemaker and don't love the Suicide Squad as much as everyone else. But like, I'm hopeful, obviously, for Gunn. But like, if he's like, first thing that we're doing out of the box is Lobo, and I'm gonna be like, okay,
it's gonna be a lot of lesser known characters.
Yeah, but like, is that real? Like, if that's gonna be like our true beginning of like, here's what we're doing, like, here's who we're writing on, and we're starting with Lobo, and it's like, okay, well, you must have a damn good script for this already ready to go from someone. Ideas have been had at least.
Right.
And that's the only thing I think is, this is horrible to say, but I do think it's possible. Where look back at what happened with James Gunn. He got fucked over by Marvel because of some dumb shit. Got fired, and DC immediately went to him and said, you can make whatever you want. And they offered him Superman. They offered him anything, and he said, I want to make a Suicide Squad movie. And they let him do legitimately anything he wanted to do with that movie. Except that it had to have Harley Quinn in it. And he was like, great, I was already going to do that.
Right.
Then he went out, made a massively expensive movie that performed fine and whatever. But
thanks to COVID, like.
But my point is, if somebody super rich came to me and said, go make whatever you want, I'd care a lot less. But like, now it's on him, business-wise, story-wise, all that, to where I think there's more of a guarantee of like, oh, we're not going to go forward with something that's not a guaranteed great story. Because he's working with his own money type of situation, his own job now situation. So like, I would hope at least where with DC, he was like, oh, they're gonna come in and let me do whatever as they fucking implode. Fuck it, like, let's go batshit.
Yeah.
And I think he's gonna go for more of a guaranteed, like, this script is solid as fuck, put it out.
Yeah, I that's what I'm hoping. And the only thing that gives me hype is because it's him and he did Suicide Squad. So the studio's like, yeah, if we want some dark rated R shit, we're doing that, and we can do that. So I'm like, that's great and exciting too for characters that need to be. I'm like, awesome. We don't have to tread that line and be like, oh, the kids. So it's like, I fucking love that. I don't know how I feel about him yet, penning the new Superman.
Right.
But we will see. So I don't know. So maybe he's bringing Ben in for the Batman shit. So he's like, listen, I want to handle Superman. I know you had your vision. We want you to do some directing. How about bringing in our new Batman? You can even fucking write it if you want. We're not going to hound you for shit. Do your shit. We know you're a great screenwriter. Bring it into us when you can. We're working around that and partnering. I would love that shit. I'm like, cool.
Right.
You don't want him to be Batman, but you want him to help usher in the new one. Boom. Got it. His favorite character. He has control behind the wheel. Do it. Find people who are passionate about what the fuck that they're doing, but also can partner with level-headed and like-minded fucking people that know what's best. Don't just give them full complete reins. And it's just like, what the fuck, dude? So we'll see. I'm very curious. I just need something to happen because I'm itching.
I mean, at the end of the day, you're completely right, and when it comes to like his younger Superman script, my whole thing is it's like, how much different can it be for you to reboot this fucking thing? Like, I don't know. Like, it's just strange to me because I really liked the idea of him doing Man of Steel 2 because he has to take what came before, but then he can go a little bit lighthearted, but he also knows how to be darker, which is what the Superman is, and a lot of, more serious. And so it's like, I kind of liked that idea because he has his craziness, but then from what came before, he's forced to balance out.
Right.
But now it's like, are we really just going to get a young, basically Christopher Reeves Superman? Like this, just super lighthearted and all that's like, okay, like at the end of the day, do I love personally Captain America, the First Avenger? Yes. And is it basically that? He would be the guy that goes and gets a cat out of a tree. It's like, yeah, but at the same time, Superman's getting cats out of trees while he can fly through a fucking building at the speed of light. Like, I mean, and it's like, it's Captain America does that.
Yeah.
And it makes sense. So I don't know.
We'll see. And none of these are going to be origins because that's what of the characters we already
correct.
know.
Yeah.
Because that was implied by Gunn, where somebody's like, "Oh, we're gonna start a whole new origin of Superman, and how's gonna we have to see him meet everybody all over again." And Gunn was like, "What makes you think just because he's young, he hasn't met these fuckers already? Like,
right.
like ever hang out with him?" So we're just getting younger versions of all these fuckers that we know, which, like I said, can be really cool. Get to see everybody in their prime, just fucking shit up, which can be really cool. But who are you gonna get to cast them? Who are you gonna get? Let's just see what your slate looks like. Like you said. That beginning slate's gonna tell us everything,
right?
That we need to know. So I just needed it yesterday.
I know. I like the idea of Ben Affleck coming in, and he can direct a fucking Nightwing-ish situation.
Yeah,
I'd be for it. And he can play Bruce Wayne, like multiverse it up.
Absolutely.
Be great.
They could. Maybe they're going to use that for. Well, I don't know how the fucking Flash ends. I don't know. I don't know.
They don't know how it ends. They're about to change that shit all up.
I just think it's. They're never going to give a fuck. It's like, let these movies come out that's already slated, and then we're just starting from scratch.
That's why it's crazy about Batgirl is like they're shooting Joker 2 right now, the musical.
Yeah. Stupid.
And it's like, I'm really surprised he didn't come in and just be like, I read the script, fucking shut that down. Like, pay him, get him out of here, because it's not, so maybe it's going to be great. I don't know. But it's also kind of like what I said with Aquaman. It's $1 billion franchise.
I just think it's already right. I just think it's already happening now. They're just like, just fucking let it rock. It's fine. It's its own separate thing. And it's not, it's not Gunn's world. Which is also why I was like, they don't give a fuck. And I'm glad when they started that rumor of, Robert Pattinson's going to be the new Universal's Batman. I was like, you motherfuckers better not.
Jesus Christ.
You fuckers better not. And I'm so glad he came up immediately. It was like, no, it's not true. I was like, thank God
I have him to say that.
Oh my God. I would have been, bro.
I was terrified when that came out. I was like, I retweeted it and was like, no, like, James Gunn, please don't. And he was like, no.
It would make no fucking sense. This Batman is dead immediately.
Yeah, exactly.
Any fucking thing.
That's the whole point. I mean, yeah. Immediately fucking pancaked.
Just like, what have you done? Done. I was like, oh, well, sorry. I was like, who the fuck was that guy? Was that Batman? Yeah. No,
he was.
That was Batman. Yeah, he was.
That's right.
He's just goop now. We don't know what that is. So we'll see. It's just frightening. But give us something quick, like yesterday, Gunn, please. Okay, we'll be influenced by Justice League animated series and Young Justice. Yes. And everything is connected. So animated, film, everything is connected, which is cool. I like. But to be influenced by the Justice League animated series is great because that shit is fucking amazing. But Sasha from Supergirl. Who the fuck is Sasha?
Is that the girl playing her in Flash?
I don't know, but all that CW shit doesn't matter with anything.
No, the CW girl's not named Sasha. So I think he's talking about the girl from Flash.
Or she could be
talk about from Stargirl, maybe.
No, talking about the Flash movie.
No, I'm talking about is Sasha from Supergirl? Is she in the Flash movie? Whoever the fuck Sasha is.
No, it's the Flash movie girl. Sasha Callie is playing Supergirl.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry, I'm thinking of CW Supergirl. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm like, we're not talking about CW.
Yeah, I completely fucking forgot about.
My personal opinion. I haven't seen her obviously, but I think that this is the only time she'll play Supergirl.
Yeah, it's a wrap. it's a whole wrap. For her, because she's attached to Cavill, so that's done.
Right.
So, all right. Anywho, but yeah, I think this is a good. I don't think I have anything else. I think it was a great fucking show.
Yeah.
That was episode fucking 100, man.
Crazy.
Yes, very, very, very much so. Again, we thank you guys for 100. Our loyal, subscribers and watchers. We thank you so much. We love you. Appreciate you. Thank you for making the show what it is. Like I said, I got to talk to this man over here and figure out what next steps are and all that. I probably, like I hold you, probably not going to want to do a show next week or for a bit until we figure out what the fuck is going on. But
true.
Revamp, rebrand, redo everything. Set shit up. So I'll possibly look forward to an announcement pretty soon of like, hey, this is the slate. We're going to come back, take time, whatever, and just figure shit the fuck out. But I got to talk to the homie and we'll figure out and we'll let you guys know, of course, obviously. But thank you so much for joining us in episode 100. If you watch live, if you're new, if you're old, live or playback, thank you so much. Subscribe to the channel and look for updates for the future. When it comes to this channel or the show, or both channels in the show, I might add. So Logan.
Yes, sir.
Where can the people find you and what you got going on this time being?
You can find me right here on Twitter, Logan_Swish, YouTube Logan Swish, Patreon Logan Swish. We're watching The Boys currently. And yeah,
yes,
I will see y'all in 2023. Also subscribe to John, link in my description.
And the link for his is in mine. So be sure to hit that subscribe button, show love, hit up that Patreon, and haven't finished watching out The Boys because it's quite interesting at this point, and I'm fucking loving it. I'm curious to see where it goes. So we shall see. But in terms of me, bars, you can find me up top of all forms of social media. So hit that follow. This new year, I'm going to be very heavily involved in all my social media and here on YouTube and everything. So be on the lookout for all of that. Excuse me. Your love and support will be greatly appreciated. It's your boy Knight.
And I'm Logan.
And we will see y'all in 2023. Peace.
See you guys.